3, 2.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to Weller Does Delmarva. It's a weekly show that we do right here on My Cozi TV, and we do it just for you, the audience. So we're here for you. We're putting the phone number on the screen now so everybody has it and can remember it. There's going to be some possible giveaways or contests or times to chime in or whatever there may be. We have an action-packed show, and we're here till 10 o'clock this morning, and we would like you to hang right in there with us. If you got to get up and go, we understand. You can also watch this show later on. Look up Jim Weller on Facebook or WellerDoesDelmarva.com. The shows are archived there. They're archived there. So anyway, good morning, everybody. It's going to be an action-packed show. Got a lot to tell you about, but I want to start right off with talking to Mr. Colin Walls. I haven't talked to him for a couple days, so I have no idea what he wants to talk about this morning.
Well, let's talk about Walls Service Center.
Walls Service Center.
Walls Service Center.
I got it all memorized again.
Okay.
220 Northeast Front Street,
Yep.
downtown Milford.
Downtown Milford, that's
You
right.
can walk downtown Milford.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to Abbott's Grill. You can go to arenas. You can go to the park, all while you're getting your oil changed or your motor changed.
Your motor, yeah. We recommend you dropping your car off and not waiting for it while we
For a
change your
motor
engine.
change.
But we can do an engine change. That's
An
no
engine
problem.
change, a motor
right, we
change.
can swap it out. All
right.
And so we've been in downtown Milford since 1958. My grandfather started the business a long time in the Milford community.
Yep.
And so it's kind of a tradition he started of just doing good quality work with good quality parts and good workmanship.
Your third generation.
Third generation, yeah.
Kinda
Fourth
neat how that
generation,
carried on.
Collins.
Fourth is, that's right.
My son is there now, working there every day. So.
Yep. Now, is Collins kind of the glass expert? Would that be?
He's the one that does, he does the windshields and any other glass that we need. So
Let's run through the glass real quick.
Let's run through Wall Service Center real quick.
All right, you do that
Wall
first.
Service Center.
All right.
Let's do, auto repair. Everything
All right.
from an oil change on up to replacing an engine or transmission. Brakes,
Like brakes and rotors.
Right, yeah. Not all brake jobs are created equally, and not all brake pads are created equally.
Oh, I've learned that, yes.
Yeah, so there's different quality and different grades of brake pads, even among certain manufacturers. So we use Wagner brake products,
Okay.
And they're a good quality pad. They've been around for a long time, so they know what they're doing. And they are OE equivalent or better.
All right.
Lots of cars, you're getting 80 to 90,000 miles out of a set of brake pads.
Wow, that's pretty good.
It is good, so I would recommend going back.
I dream
with
of that.
going back with an original equipment or better.
Right.
Type
There's
of
too
pad.
many choices nowadays, and if you make it yourself, you may make it based on price only and end up with a set of cheap brake pads.
Right. So are you looking
And then
for,
you wonder why they wore out so fast.
Right, and this is where I get down to: are you looking for the price, or are you looking for the cost?
Right. Or the comfort.
Yeah,
Of
exactly.
just knowing that you did it right, you got it right, and it's done.
And I've seen cheap brake pads. They'll last a little while, and
Correct.
they wear down really fast. But
when
what
you're
is
paying
your
labor,
time worth?
Well, not just your time, even somebody else's. If you pay somebody and they use cheap parts,
Right.
and you pay them twice, you actually have spent more money in the long run.
You have. That's where the cost comes
What's
in.
that
not the
saying? Either
price.
pay me now or pay me later.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So we do use good quality parts. We use the majority of our parts come from Federated Parts, and they are a top national brand. And
But that just comes from years and years of doing things, using different parts, knowing what's right, and just saying, look, if I'm going to be associated with it, I want to do it right. I want my customers to get the best value for their money,
right,
and not have to do it twice unnecessarily.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was very well said.
Very well said. Well, let's give the phone number.
Wall Service Center, 422-8110, wallservicecenter.com on the web. Also at 220 Northeast Front Street. Just stop in and say, hey, I saw you on TV, heard you on the radio. Jim Weller sent me.
Yes, Jim Weller sent you.
He gets a quarter of a penny. Now you're down to a quarter of a penny.
A quarter of a penny. All right. Thank you very much. Wall Service Center is the place to go. Anyway, good morning, and welcome to Weller Does Delmarva. This is a weekly radio / TV show, and if you're watching or listening, we thank you for being here. We are a very engaging show, so we're going to give you the phone number because sometimes we have contests, sometimes we have giveaways, sometimes we have crazy specials on trailers or whatever, and I do want to let you know that at Weller's, we're going to play, this is something new. Are you ready? Brand new segment, everybody. Here it comes. produced in Bridgeville. Take a look at this.
Hey everybody, it's Brooks here, and I just wanted to show you one of the great deals that we have here at Weller's. It's a 5x8 utility trailer with a wire mesh floor. As you can see here, I'll show you some of the options. It actually has a two-way ramp gate here on the back. Just pull the pin here, and you can actually lay the ramp right down on the inside. So if you wanted to carry something that was longer than 8 feet, you have that option. Or if you wanted to load your four-wheeler, you just pull it down and lay it right down like so. Very easy. We have these available at Weller's for $599. So give us a call, 337-8228, or you can come on in and take advantage of this great deal. Better yet, I'm going to one-up that deal of $599 on this trailer, which is already a great deal, and I am going to throw in absolutely free a spare tire and wheel. That's another $55 value on top of the great deal that you're already getting. Come on in. You have today or Monday.
All right, everybody. That was a special Brooks was throwing out there. That's good today or tomorrow. Not tomorrow. We're not even open tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Jim Weller here. We just played a TV commercial where Brooks Ritter gave out a crazy offer. So if you have any questions about that, give Brooks a call. What's your number again, Brooks?
448-0049.
Okay, we're looking for a 15-trailer day here at Weller's in Bridgeville, and Brooks and Brandon and Earl are in some mighty fierce competition, okay? You would think a 15-trailer day would simply equate to Earl sells 5, Brooks sells 5, Brandon sells 5, but that's not the way these guys have got it figured, okay?
12, 2,
so
and
anyway,
12.
12, 2, 1.
Brandon and Earl can fight over the
That's only 14.
12, 2, and 1? No, 12, 2, and 1.
What's that add up to?
15.
That's what I said. It's not 14. All right, so anyway, I'm just letting you know there's some pretty fierce competition today. What is today's date, the 28th?
Today's the 28th, yeah.
The 28th of January. This is probably the last Saturday in January.
It is.
So it's probably because it's the end of the month.
Absolutely.
So these guys are working pretty hard today, but Brooks just did a TV commercial that was kind of pretty cool. And if you have any questions about it, it was a special that he had offered, and it is good today. Is it good today only, or are we going to honor it till the Monday, or what?
I say we'll do it today, and we'll do it Monday.
Okay, so today and Monday.
That's correct.
All right, but not Tuesday or Wednesday.
Not Tuesday or
What
Wednesday.
day is the last day of the month this year?
I believe it is Tuesday, but
Tuesday. All right.
Yes,
So anyway, Tuesday. So yeah, Tuesday we're going to be busy just because it's the last day of the month. All right. So anyway, we just want to say if you want a trailer, today is a good day. Brooks, Brandon, and Earl, however you divvy it up, they're all in a mad dash to sell something. But anyway, we're here live on the radio. We're here live on My Cozi TV. You can also watch this show at Facebook Live. You can also watch it now or later at WellerDoesDelmarva.com. We do have a lot of people go back time and time again and just look for any specials we have. We have specials, we have contests, we have all kinds of crazy things. So write the phone number down and maybe just keep it logged in your smartphone or somewhere. It's 337-7300 for our specials and contests and things like that. Now, I want to tell you about some of the people that are going to be on today. We have quite a full show. First of all, we're going to have Barry from Dry Zone, okay? That is the Barry from Dry Zone, about 7:30 to 8, somewhere in there. Then at 8 o'clock, we have Pastor Bob Weed from Eagle's Nest, and he's actually going to be taking some phone calls if you'd like to call. So is Barry. If you have a Dry Zone question, we'll take a phone call. Also, same way with Pastor Bob. If you have a biblical question, or why did this happen, or why does God allow this or not allow that, and so on and so forth. Pastor Bob's pretty knowledgeable and does a good job, so if you want to just ask him a question, we're also doing that. Then at 8:30, we've got Sean from First Class Heating and Air, and then at 9 o'clock, we're going to continue on My Cozi TV and Facebook Live and streaming. Tanja Payton is going to be with us from 9 to 9:30, and she is going to talk about nutrition. She's a certified, I believe the word is called a nutritionalist or whatever. Anyway, she really knows her stuff. She's helped me a lot with my eating habits and so on, and she's very knowledgeable, and she's also going to be taking phone calls. And then at 9:30, I'm going to have Pastor Bob back on again from Eagle's Nest, talking some more and taking more calls. So if you have a religious-related question or a Bible-related question, or you just want to share a good story or something like that, or something's on your heart or on your mind, Pastor Bob is going to start talking about the relevancy of God's Word in today's time, okay? So anyway, we have a lot going on. Then I'm going to go outside and show you a couple trailers and give you a crazy offer. So if you've been wanting a 7x14 enclosed trailer, today is your lucky day. If you've been wanting a kayak, we got a special on that, and then we got a special on a 6x12 landscape trailer. So stay tuned for all of that. We're going to go outside. I don't even know when. Do you know what time we're going outside?
I would say it's probably going to be more in the 7:30 to 8 hour.
This morning, not tonight.
Yes, this morning.
Okay. All right. But, folks, this is no joke. What time's the store opening today?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. We are shooting for a 15-trailer day today, and we are dead serious about it. So, listen, if you happen to need a trailer today, there's a lot of reasons we want to sell one. Now, we say the same speech a lot. I'm almost got it down pat, but it's a fact. There's certain days of the week, certain days of the month that it really, really matters that we sell some products. So, anyway, and what happens to me, to be honest with you, some of the manufacturers I deal with will contact me randomly and say, hey, if you want to buy a 5 tractor trailer load order today, I'll do blank blank for you. So then I turn around to the guys and say, man, we need to move some inventory today. And it's not unheard of. I mean, we've had 10, 15, I can remember some 30 trailer days, okay? So there has been some big days at Weller's over the years. It's just a matter of lowering the price enough and people finally start shaking their head. Yes, okay? So that's what we have learned. So all those people that say, I'm not buying today, sooner or later, you keep adjusting that number and they'll buy. So that's where we're at today. We're in the number adjusting mood. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So anyway, what is the next thing that I need to do on my list? Talk about Wilson's Auction?
I think that's a
Hey,
great
let me
idea.
tell you something Wilson's Auction's got going on today. Wilson's Auction is located on Route 113 in Lincoln, Delaware. They've got an auction facility that starts auctioning things off at 10 o'clock this morning, and they will go well into the afternoon and well into the evening. They have tools. They have exercise equipment. They have building supplies. They have furniture. They have appliances. They have coins. They have glassware. They have everything. It's just a huge auction facility that happens every Saturday starting at 10 o'clock. But today, also off-site, there is a lot of farm equipment. It's a local farmer that has decided that, he's going to discontinue farming, and there's tractors and combines and farm equipment and trailers and tools and just all kinds of things. And that is on Old State Road in Lincoln starting at 10 o'clock this morning. So you got 2 sales starting at 10 o'clock this morning with Wilson's Auction. Then on Tuesday night, they have the auto auction that starts at 6 o'clock. And then they are going to have another big sale. Next Saturday is the 4th. February 4th, there's another off-site sale. Wilson's Auction is having another bunch of farm equipment plus a backhoe. So anyway, I'm just letting you know, go to wilsonsauction.com. Look on the website, click on where it says, upcoming auctions, and look at what's going on today, look at what's going on Tuesday, look at what's going on next Saturday. And if you got something you want to get sold, you let Wilson's know. If you got something you want to buy, they've always got a bargain. They've been around over 40 years. Phone number's 422-3454, 422-3454, wilsonsauction.com on the web. All right. Now, what is the next thing that I'm about to miss?
I'm not missing anything.
I'm not missing. I'm really doing pretty good. Did I mention all our guests?
You did.
All right, so we've got a full show today. Can I talk to Brandon real quick for just a minute? But before that, can I talk about Rick Fowler too?
I think
Okay, because I need to get Brandon over here. But Rick Fowler is our copier guy, but he's no longer just a copier guy. In fact, I don't know if you know it, he had an incredible deal last week, and I think he sold at least one of them copiers that we mentioned, if not 2. But anyway, just letting you know, if you need a copier, No Nonsense Office Machines has got new, has got used. They got ones for home. They got ones for business. We've been dealing with him 25 plus years. He does a great job for Weller's. We also buy computers off him. What else have we bought off him? Monitors, keyboards, little bit of everything.
Fixed a bunch
fixed a bunch of stuff. And, what's his saying? He won't leave it worse than he found it.
That's correct.
Something like that. So if you have something you need worked on and it's electronic, talk to Rick, okay? But anyway, it's like a one-stop shopping for all your electronic needs, tablets, computers, fax machines, gaming systems, laptops, printers. I talk to people every single week that either had a computer problem or they took it to him. They were just very impressed with his pricing, his friendliness, and so on. Another thing I do want to mention is the Weller's discount card. If you get one of these, which they're available at Weller's, there is a discount for no-nonsense office machines of $25 off of any service. So the card's $10. It's good for all of 2017. You use it time and time again at many different businesses, but at No Nonsense Office Machines, you save $25 on any service, okay? So that's a pretty good deal.
If you need something fixed.
Say you need something fixed and it's $100 or $125. He knocks $25 off. You've paid $10 for the card to save $25. I don't think you have to go to college to figure out that math, okay? That's a great deal, all right? Plus, look at all the other deals on there. But back to No Nonsense Office Machines. They are located in Georgetown, just 2 miles east of the Circle, right next to Sports at the Beach Complex. Phone number 856-7381. 856-7381. For all I know, Rick might be right there right now waiting for your phone call. If not, he's probably got an answering machine. So do me a favor, somebody, all of you. Call him up and say good morning. Thank you for supporting Weller Does Delmarva. 856-7381. We appreciate him. He does a good job. You will not be disappointed. All right, Brandon Ritter, you are up next.
I'm here.
Tell me, what is up in your world?
Oh, a little bit of everything is up in my world. We got a lot going on. Affiliated
You really
with a lot
going to try to
of
sell
things.
5 trailers today?
I am going to sell 5
Brooks
trailers
is going to
today.
sell 12. Can you believe that?
Hey, good luck,
You'd
buddy.
probably give him $100 if he sold 12.
I don't know
I'd
about
give him
that.
$200 if he sold 12.
I'm going to have a little bit of a head start on him. So.
Why?
I'm heading over there now. I'll see you later.
How are you going to have a head start on it?
Because he's going to be here working on the TV portion of the show from 9 to 10.
Well,
I'll be
you
over
gotta
there in
help us.
sales. I don't
You can't
know.
bail out on us.
I think Terry and Jason and Earl need help over
And he
there.
done gave out his phone number already. What's your number again, Brooks?
448-0049.
All right,
That sounded like-
448-0049.
That
That's the
sounded like
number to call.
542-7794. I think that's what he just said. 542-7794.
Whose number is that, Brooks?
I think that might be Brandon's. I think
Brandon's.
hijacked, Mike and
One of your favorite little brothers.
Yeah, one of
Right.
my favorites.
One of
your
his
favorites.
2 favorites.
Oh, okay. So he's either in first place or last place as far as being your favorite little brother.
Yes, and we'll keep that confidential.
Okay. Anyway, Brandon's going to be in sales today. You're all amped up and excited,
I
right?
am, yes.
Got here. I see you got Coke to get you going.
Nope, that's not mine.
It's not yours?
Oh, if I drank Coke, that would do some problems for me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, my diabetes doesn't allow me to do that.
What do you do to get amped up?
Oh, I
Get somebody to tailgate you on the way over?
yeah, that cut me off, wake me up too
Pull
early.
out in front of you or something like that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway.
Turn into a turning lane without their blinker.
All right. I want to give out a special on a trailer for Brandon Ritter only. Is that
Let's-
okay, Brooks?
I guess.
This special is only going to be today, and it's only going to be if you talk to Brandon, okay? Are you really going to be available?
I am going to be available.
All right. And I guess you're going to be able to call him right now on on his cell phone if you have a question.
Well, if they call right now, I won't be able to answer it.
All right. Well,
me
call
about
as soon as
3
he's
minutes.
done talking. All right. Well, anyway, yesterday I said pick out some trailers. So guess what he picks out? What do you think, Brooks?
I have no clue. I'm going to go with an enclosed trailer.
I said go walk around, find something that's old or got a dent or a scratch. He comes back with a 2017 24-foot enclosed trailer. We just got them. And his reasoning is because we got 4 of them and they're getting on his nerves.
Yes.
Okay?
I'm claustrophobic. There's too many trailers.
Do you remember the colors? I know there's got to be a white one out
Yes,
there.
there's definitely white ones.
Is there a black one?
I'd have to
He
double
don't
check.
know. All right. Well,
But
anyway.
there was more than one white one, which was another reason why it prompted me to want to sell one.
So I'm trying to stock up and get ready. He's trying to get rid of them in January and February. That's the months it is slow. I need to have these trailers because if we sold this trailer today, I wouldn't have another one by March.
Well, you got
So
more than
my
one.
logic is I want to keep the trailers and have them for the busy season. He wants to sell them with specials in the slow season, and I don't get it because it's just slow. You just have to accept it, okay? All right, so here's what he wants me to do. Do we really have 4 of these things?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be a deal that you have to track down Brandon Ritter today. You got to buy it today or at least put a deposit. 24-foot enclosed trailer. Is it a V-nose?
Yes.
All right, V-nose, ramp door. It's got 4 D-rings in the floor.
Right.
It's got that thermocool ceiling barrier.
Yep.
All right, and it's got a side door.
Yep.
Ramp door.
With a flush lock. So
Flush
it's a nicer
lock.
lock.
You
on
guys
it.
lean on that flush lock. I lean on that nice, clean piano hinge.
Well, that too.
Okay, so it's a side door that's a little bit different. Your average trailer has a big strap hinge like on a barn door or a gate or something like that.
Right.
This is a door that's like made for like a camper or an RV, something
Correct.
like that.
Yeah.
So it's got a nice aluminum frame. The hinge going down the side's called a piano hinge, and it has a nicer latch.
Yes.
And it's a little more secure because it even has a deadbolt.
That's correct.
Okay, so anyway, 2017, 24-foot. What's the retail price on that thing?
The retail price on a 2000. You got me off guard here.
Uh-oh.
We were talking about
Off
the other
guard,
one.
on guard, off guard.
They are retailing for about $7,100.
$7,100. Don't I already have it on sale?
Yes.
How much?
$56.97.
$56.97 for the 24-foot. I think you're
Oh,
dead
I'm sorry,
wrong
I'm
on
looking
that.
at the wrong one. $59.97.
Get the gun out, Brooks.
$59.97. See,
Gee
we
whiz.
have too many trailers here. We got to sell
I
them.
can see that.
So I don't get confused.
Yeah, he's already confused. All right.
Yeah, now I'm on the right one.
Start me back again.
Retail-
How much was it?
Retails for $71.50.
$71.50. What year is this?
2017
All right. And you're saying that it's on sale
for
for $59.97.
Correct.
How much percentage is that? 10%? More than 10%. All right, $59.97. Here's what I'm going to do. Today and today only. If somebody buys, how many do you want to put a special on?
We'll just do one.
Just one.
That way we have some for the busy season.
Okay. We're going to do one. One of these. Can they pick their color?
Sure.
No, we're not selling them all today. All right, I'm going to give you a brand new Briggs & Stratton generator. Okay, so we went from 70-some hundred to $59.97. You might as well call that $6,000. You pay me $6,000 for the trailer, even if you don't have all the money today. Put at least a $200 deposit, and you're going to get a 6,250 watt Briggs & Stratton generator free. Okay, the storm
That's
unit.
a deal.
That's a $600 item free. Can't knock $600 off the trailer. I don't got it to give, but I got the generator to give away. Is that all right?
That sounds like a
Only
plan.
on that one.
And they
Only
have
if
to
they deal with Brandon.
That's correct.
I need you to tell me at the end of the day if you sold this trailer.
I sure will.
Okay? And if there's 2 of you out there, twist his arm. Which arm do you write with?
My right one. So
All right,
my
twist
left
his
one.
left arm first, okay? In case it snaps by mistake. But anyway, so that's on one and only one, all right? That's
correct.
today and today only. So you want them to call what? 337-8228.
They
After
can-
8 o'clock, don't call now.
They can do that, but it's easier to get a hold of me on my cell phone, which is 542-7794.
Are you dead serious about the cell phone thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're saying call you right now. 542-7794. Brooks, what do you think of that offer?
I think that's a great deal.
That's a pretty good deal, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Okay, so we wanted to give him a killer deal. That's a killer deal. A brand new 6,250 watt generator, absolutely free, with the purchase of one of these 4 24-foot V-nose enclosed car trailers. Contractors buy them a lot too.
Yes.
So anyway, whatever your need may be, storage or whatever, go ahead and do that. So 542-7794. Call him now, even if you don't want it and you just want to tell him that was a great offer, because that was all not your idea.
That's correct. My idea to sell a trailer, your idea to give away the
Right.
generator.
Yesterday he was saying, yeah, I got 4 of them. I'm thinking, yeah, because I ordered 12 of them. I want to have these things. So our logic is January and February is absolutely always slow. March, what do we go? We go from our business like triples in March.
Correct.
Okay, and then it quadruples in April.
Yeah.
You know, so in other words, just letting you know that we have a lot of trailers in stock, but we have a tremendous amount on order, and that's kind of where we're at. So what are you guys, messing with Terry, hiding the keys?
That's what it looks like.
Okay. All right, what else do we need to know? Anything else? 542-7794. Brooks, do you approve that deal?
I approve of that deal.
That was a good deal, wasn't it?
It was a great deal.
If nobody takes advantage of it, it's okay, because that's one of those deals I, as the owner, almost hope nobody takes advantage of.
Yeah.
Okay, you as the
And I, as a
salesman,
salesperson, want
you
to
want to sell that thing.
And then I
and-
want the second person to come twist my
you know,
arm.
because what is the likeliness there's somebody listening right at this moment or watching right at this moment that needs a 24-foot enclosed car trailer?
I'm sure it's pretty likely. There's a lot of people around here.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess because it could be a contractor. It doesn't
Yeah.
even have to be a car enthusiast. So $59.97 today and today only, one and one only.
Correct.
And got to talk to Brandon only,
That's
the one
correct.
and only Brandon.
The one and only.
All right, and then on top of that, you get the generator absolutely free.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to move on unless you had something else.
That was it.
Are you good with that?
I'm good with that.
Your phone ain't rang.
Well, it's over there. It might have rang.
Well, you got it on silent?
No, I think I've heard it go a couple dings. I got to make sure I got the right ringtone on.
You need one that sounds like a cash register.
Yeah, ching.
Cha-ching. All right, thanks, Brandon. 542-7794. If you don't do no more than tell him good morning, all right? Can I talk real quick about George Luff? It's almost the end of the year. In fact, it's past the end of the year, and it's tax time now. All right, it's the time everybody's conscious of things. And George Luff and Associates, man, they've been doing my bookkeeping for years. 20, maybe 25, maybe 30 years, by golly, because I've been in business 43 years, so there's a high probability it's been that long. But George and I don't like to feel that old. So anyway, it's Luff and Associates. They do all of Weller's accounting. I own a company called JKJ Properties. They do all the bookkeeping for that. And then I am James Weller. They do my bookkeeping. So anyway, if you need a bookkeeper, somebody to help you with your year-end tax planning, a little late to plan. Now it's just a matter of pay or don't pay. But anyway, Luff and Associates does a good job for me. I've been with them many years. And they also offer a system called Easy Payroll. And that is the thing I've been promoting really hot and heavy. And many businesses I know have said I give up. I'm tired of doing my own payroll. My time is too valuable. I want to get on with running my business. I'm scared to death of making a mistake. I got some employees with wage attachments or whatever, and it's just more complicated than I feel like knowing and learning. And if you're in that position and you own a business, Luff and Associates can help you out with their Easy Payroll system. Now, you have to realize they'd love to have your accounting business if you'd like to deal with them. But if you have another accountant or you do your own bookkeeping, it's okay. They still can help you with your payroll. So the phone number I'm going to give you is 422-9699, 422-9699. It's luffcpas.com. Also, they have an office in Rehoboth. They have one in Milford, and they have one in Dover. So that same phone number will get you wherever you need to get, 422-9699, luffcpas.com. If you're looking for an accounting firm that will do a good job for you, I've been with them for years. They've put up with me. They've dealt with me as I grew, and they give me good advice, and they help me out. So that's Luff and Associates, 422-9699. Now, Brooks, what's next?
I have been informed that Rick Fowler is there.
Rick's open already?
He says, I am here.
What's that phone number? 856-7381? Brooks is like, I have no idea. Call Rick right now, everybody, because he is there, and he doesn't know if radio and TV advertising really has an audience. So call him now, 856-7381, 856-7381. Listen, I got to get on with things. Oh, I almost knocked that sign over. Man, we got a lot of people coming. Barry from Dry Zone is going to be here anytime.
Yes, he is.
You should see the pictures he's going to show. They announced a big contest, and he's going to talk a little bit more about that and show some more pictures. Okay? Oh, nobody knows anything about it. All right, never mind. I don't know anything about it either. Forget I said that. Okay? Anyway, maybe they're on his keychain, and he's going to show them to me. All right. Well, anyway, they're having a big contest, and he'll at least verbally tell us about it. So, anyway, what else is going on? We've got Sean from First Class Heating and Air coming on a little bit later. We got Pastor Bob Weed. Kind of excited about that. First time he's been wanting to take phone calls. So we're just looking for people. You know, there's people out there that say, you know, I had this happen in my life. Why? Why did God allow that to happen? And what does God's word say about this or that or that or this, you know, and stuff like that. You'd be amazed what people wonder and ponder and don't really know who to ask. So Pastor Bob is saying, hey, I'm going to be here, take some questions, you know, and if you have any. So what else is going on that I missed? Our Facebook pages.
That's actually in the next segment, but we can go ahead and
Is
do
it?
it now.
Well, let's hit them now. Go ahead. Run through them there, Mr. Ritter.
We got Weller Does Delmarva.
So we're asking people to like these pages.
Absolutely.
Please. If you already liked them once, like them twice.
Sure.
Okay.
We got Weller's Utility Trailers, Weller's Sheds and Carports, Delaware Low-Digit Surf Tags, Live with Walls and Weller, Delaware Storage Sheds, Garages, and Carports, and then we always have the Jim Weller page. That's the Jim Weller from Delaware.
That's a friend one.
That's a friend
All the rest, all you got to do, and do us a favor, just go like them things, okay? If you would. Just go like them, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Phone number, what?
The more likes, the better.
All right. What is the phone number for Brandon again? 542-7794. Have you got any phone calls yet? None at all, folks. I wonder if Rick Fowler's got any yet. Anyway, because maybe the mics aren't even on. 542-7794. If you are listening or watching, we need you to do us a favor and just call Brandon Ritter and act like you're coming in to buy that 24-footer. He'll tell me about it like it's sold. In other words, he's like, yeah, I have an active conversation going on. Yeah, that thing is probably sold. He's counting the money and everything, and then nobody ever shows up. So anyway, give him a call if you would, 542-7794. All right. We getting ready to take a break from the radio?
We are.
We are? Huh?
It is. It's coming up.
All right. Well, anyway, if you're listening on the radio and you want to continue seeing what we're talking about, I need you to switch over to either Facebook Live or My Cozi TV or WellerDoesDelmarva.com. Okay? We'll be right back on the radio. We're going to stay right with the TV. What?
While you've got that thought in mind.
Yes.
Yeah, that.
What?
Just a quick programming note, since I can't get it to you any other way.
Oh.
At the top of the hour, we're going to show, we've got a video of Brooks kind of on a chain, on a leash. We had to chain him down to get him to do this.
Well, because sometimes he panics and he wants to bolt.
Right. So, but
Like that runaway bride type
when
thing.
we go to break on the radio,
Yeah.
we're just going to go right to that video. So just take us right to break on radio and TV at the top of the hour.
All right, that's at 8 o'clock, not at 7:30. Programming note, everybody. All right, so anyway, Colin Walls Service Center, what is going on?
I don't know. What's going on? So Wall Service Center will be open at 8 o'clock this morning.
Okay.
Got a busy day ahead.
Is that 8 a.m.?
That's 8 o'clock a.m., yes.
Okay.
In the
That's why it's this morning.
anti-meridian.
Okay.
I know you think it means after midnight.
Well, it really should have been 8 t.m. this morning instead of a.m. Now I'm getting a phone
now
call.
you got a call. Oh, wrong
Lost
number.
them already.
Wrong number. He hung up on him.
They meant to call Brandon, probably.
So, Wall Service Center,
Yeah.
220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford. We're an auto repair shop, third generation in the business. Actually,
59 years now.
I'm saying third. Now we're the fourth.
Fourth, there you go.
Yeah, Colin, my son, has started there now. So, yeah. So, we were talking about brake pads a little bit earlier. and
Quality
they
parts.
are persistent. You think that's a real call?
I don't know. You want to take it?
Sure.
All right, here we go. All right, we're taking a phone call. We are live. Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you? I'm watching. I was calling a couple of seconds ago because we couldn't hear the man in the hat mic wasn't working, but now it is.
Oh, really?
Oh.
All right. Well, thank you.
Brooks, get on that, Brooks.
Brooks, get on that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for calling.
It's my first time tuning in, so
And hold on
great.
before you go. You're watching how? Where are you watching?
Georgetown.
And what station?
What is this? The Cozi.
The Cozi.
That's it.
Okay.
31-2, Cozi, my Cozi.
Okay.
You're watching on an antenna then. You've
On
got
an
a TV
antenna.
antenna over the air.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm on my antenna.
All
Yep.
right.
Well, they're expensive, aren't they?
$15 at Walmart.
Wow.
All right.
Awesome.
And tell me this. Is this your first time watching or just first time calling?
No, my first time watching. I just happened to flip on and I couldn't hear the other guy's mic, so I wanted to just call and let you know, but we can
Thank
hear
you.
him now.
Okay. So anyway, you're a Cozi TV viewer, and this is your first time watching the show.
Yes.
Is it worth what you're paying for it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I've only been watching about 10 minutes, so.
How much-
long are you on to?
10 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
You could just hang with
I'll
us.
take my call feed and see what's going on then.
All right. We're going to have a contest or something for you, okay?
All right.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
for watching.
All right.
All right.
You guys have a good day.
Bye-bye. Bye.
That
Bye.
was good.
Now, that's the kind of audience we want. The guy with the hat's mic wasn't on.
That's right.
Brooks Ritter. And I think it was a plot. What's that called? A conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
A conspiracy. You're controlling Brandon's mic, and the people are calling in and telling us you didn't even have his mic on?
I think it was me.
Brandon,
they
no
were saying.
wonder.
I think it was
Oh.
me. Right, yeah.
Oh, now I don't know which one of them
I think it was me.
It sounds better talking about Brandon.
Yeah, it sounds
He didn't-
better.
yeah, he didn't have
want
my
Brandon's
mic
phone
on.
number.
It's
No
because
wonder his phone's not ringing. What?
we were doing those insider programming notes, and Brooks didn't want everybody to hear that go out over the air.
That's what it was.
It was planned.
Yeah.
Oh, it was planned. How do I really on it? I like that.
He
Thank you
planned
for
on
calling.
forgetting to turn
what
my
TV
mic
am I
on.
supposed to be watching? What microphone? Or what are they called?
Cameras.
Which camera?
That one.
Okay, that one. All right. So anyway, Colin, Wall
right.
Service Center.
Yes. We're open today, 8 o'clock.
Fourth generation now.
We've got 4 generations that have been there now. Yeah, so
Yeah.
my grandfather, my dad, me, and now my son Colin.
There you go.
And so, yeah, 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford. Auto repair from everything from an oil change to an engine or transmission replacement. Get up with us, wallservicecenter.com on the web.
Yep. Even if you're going through inspection and you just want your lights and signals and
Oh, you can
wipers,
just stop in for that. No
you
point.
can just stop in.
Yeah.
Okay. Or if it's just a drizzle day and it's raining a little bit and your wipers are just a little wonky,
You can just
and
stop
you
in
want
for
a new
that.
set of wiper blades, they
Yep.
can take care of you.
Most sizes in stock.
Most sizes in stock,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Back to the schedule.
Oh, back to the schedule. All right. All right. We're as on schedule as we've ever been. All right. What is the next thing we want to talk about? So thanks for that call. That was nice. First time viewer.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
What do you think of that? So anyway, Barry from Dry Zone is going to be our next guest. He's on his way. And what was the next thing I wanted to talk about there, Brooks?
I would talk about Dr. T.
Dr. T, Peninsula Chiropractic. You know what I have noticed?
What have you noticed?
I've noticed they're really doing a lot more on Facebook.
Are they really?
Yes. Look them up for me if you would. Peninsula Chiropractic Center is our chiropractor of choice. We all love dealing with Dr. T and Dr. Bud. I don't really have a favorite. Brooks does. I don't. I like dealing with both of them, okay? They're very hands-on. They're very friendly. They're very personable. And more importantly, they get results. So if you have a pain in the neck that you think chiropractic care can help with, in other words, now, I said that once and then I think somebody showed up with a family member and said, this is my pain in the neck. What we're talking about when we talk about a pain in the neck, we're talking about it's not where you drop off a family member that's a pain in the neck. This is a chiropractic center, okay? And so what we're saying is if you have a pain in the neck or something, you've been shoveling snow or swatting flies. In other words, if you have a fly in your house about this time of the year, you're going to work on getting rid of that thing because it's super annoying. But I'm just letting you know, if you need chiropractic care, Peninsula Chiropractic Center is a great place. I'll tell you who really has started to really enjoy it is my wife. She loves the massages they offer. She loves the chiropractic care. When she has a problem, they are very personable. They pay attention. They listen to you. They don't treat you. Every time you go in, it's just a little something different because you could be dealing with something different. So it's Peninsula Chiropractic Center. Whether you have something that chiropractic can help with or not, they've got an offer that will help you. Because not everything can be fixed by chiropractic, but they know whether it can or can't. So here's the thing. If you're watching or you're listening and you say, I've never been to a chiropractor in my life, or I've been to one and never got the results I hoped, here's a free offer for you, okay? You give a call, you schedule an appointment, and you say, listen, I was listening to Jim Weller's show, and he said I get a free consultation. Yes, you do. And here's what that means. That means they're going to let you meet with one of the doctors. You're going to sit down. There's going to be no charge. There's going to be no copay or anything like that. And they are going to talk to you about what you've got going on, whether your left leg is going numb or your back hurts or you got a pain in the neck or whatever. They are going to sit down and talk to you and determine if chiropractic care will help you. If not, they're going to steer you in another direction, and there will be no charge for this visit, okay? And I've never heard of a doctor ever offering that. So it's a pretty good offer. Don't hesitate to take advantage of it, okay? It's a genuine offer. They want to help you. They want to see if they can get you straight. They also offer, they have this hydro table or something like that that's kind of neat. You lay on it, and it feels like you're laying in water, and it kind of massages you, but you're really not in water. I think the water is under the bladder or whatever. It's really cool. You lay right down in it. They also have massages. The massage therapists work right hand in hand with the doctors, so they tell the massage therapist what to work on. So it's kind of a wholeness center. So anyway, it's Peninsula Chiropractic Center. You can tell by watching me and listening to me, I'm very excited about dealing with them. Their phone number is 629-4344, 629-4344. It's PeninsulaChiroCenter.com. PeninsulaChiroCenter.com, 629-4344. Tell them I sent you. Barry from Dry Zone, I'm going to go ahead and get him on next. I've got a lot of questions about this big contest he announced. Seems a little too good to be true, so I struggle with it absolutely being true. I think there's some catch to it. That's the cynicism in me, if that's what the word is. But Barry, how are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. You sound a little winded. Did you ride your bike over?
I did. It was pretty chilly though. If it was early enough, you'd have thought I was doing that old movie, Going Across the Moon.
Are you a bike rider?
I have a bike.
It's like owning a treadmill.
Exactly. I have one of those too.
Except it's easier to hang. Oh, like this, both hands.
All right. It's a rough ride.
Use that. So anyway, owning a bike is not as much fun as owning a treadmill, because a treadmill you can hang clothing on.
I know it's a full feature.
The bike's out in the garage.
I know.
So it's a full feature treadmill. It'll hold so many hangers. All right, Dry Zone. What is going on, man?
Well, we got a lot going on. It's always busy there. Matter of fact, they're whisking me away up to Connecticut next week.
Oh my gosh! Trying to get you out of town
to learn up some more good stuff and see how things are being done up there.
That's the one thing I like about Dry Zone is everybody there is properly trained, whether it's the last person hired or the first person hired. The training is consistent. It's precise. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody works in unison. It's not like one person does it one way today, another one does it another. They have a system. It's engineered. It's designed, and it works.
They're absolutely right. And Bill's taking. I think there's 4 of us going up.
Are you really?
In different departments.
Okay.
Different class sessions and stuff. And we go up. Well, I go.
What kind of grades do you get in this training, Barry?
Oh, they're off the chart.
They're off the chart. All right. I want you to be one of those A+ students. Okay?
Oh, yes. And
your mom wants you to, too.
Absolutely. I have her in the car, so she's like...
yeah, we're in the car. Okay, she's out there critiquing the show on the radio.
Yes. So
hi, Mom. All right. Well, anyway.
Well, the other thing I want to go over, and I apologize. I had a technical issue with my computer last night to get the pictures up to Colin.
I saw them on Facebook.
Yeah. But there's some. Yeah, I've been posting on Facebook, and I got a bunch more because the entries are really rolling in.
Okay. So this is an entry for this big contest, which Jim Weller is so skeptical about.
Absolutely. Bill and Heather Anderson let me announce while they were in Panama that we're giving away a free encapsulation.
I find this just such an unbelievably nice gesture.
It's incredible, and it's the only thing the homeowner has to do, they have to be a homeowner.
Yeah, they have to be a homeowner,
right.
And not commercial.
It can't be a commercial, but you just, the only catch is they have to go in the crawl space and take a picture.
Well, they could just get a selfie stick.
If they can do that, that's fine too.
Okay.
But I've had a couple people that have obviously have gone into the crawl space.
You should have a selfie stick at the store people can pick up and use. For those that have never been in your crawl space and are scared to enter it.
Well, I'll have to recommend that, but
it'll never come back.
It might not, but but some of those crawl spaces they're deserving of our work.
Are they really?
Oh my gosh!
But tell me this: these people that take a picture, they take a picture of their crawl space, and in all honesty, the truth of the matter is, not many people frequent their crawl space often.
Absolutely, there's some people who've never been down there.
So, are they surprised when you talk to them? Are they like, do people have an idea of how bad their crawl space looks? Or are they really, truly like, I had no idea?
Well, so far, the ones that I've gotten, I think they know.
Okay.
Because they were deep in the crawl space. There was no arm shot.
They were looking for gold.
So they were either, they've known and they were, pretending it was okay.
Right. Or I hope it's only this bad this far.
Right. I think it's an eye-opening experience for some people. But, all they have to do is take a picture of the crawl space.
Okay.
Email it to us at marketing@dryzone.com.
That's an easy one. Marketing at Dry Zone. I'm going to send a picture of your crawl space.
And then we want them to obviously put your name, address, and phone number.
That's a good idea if you're entering a contest.
And put a quick little snippet saying that it's okay for us to use that photo on our website.
Okay. Yeah, or TV or whatever.
Yes.
It's okay to use the photo for promotional purposes.
And then they'll all be entered into a drawing. And in a few months, we'll be
random drawing.
Random drawing.
Not going to be based on how big or how small. Not going to be based on how much of the need looks. It's really a random drawing.
And it's anybody qualifies. It's in our work area, which is all of Delmarva.
Okay,
That's
a pretty big area.
Bridge, yes.
Okay, all right. But we do have to say that because we've got people down in Florida listening. And
right. So,
okay.
Fortunately, we can't go down there.
Right.
I might go down there.
You're going to feed us and house us.
I mean, if it's in Key West, I'll go inspect it.
Okay.
But anyway,
right.
It's an awesome contest, and get your entries in.
I can't believe it. I mean, we're talking about thousands of dollars here. I mean, because you're doing. Go through the 4-step thing that you're going to do. So the winner is going to receive the following.
Well, the 4 steps of thickness and crawl space would be, the first one is, control groundwater seepage.
Okay.
So if the house has a problem with water coming up, we're going to take
up
care
from
of that.
the ground.
The next part would be we would seal the house from the earth, and that's when you put our clean space liner in.
Okay.
To seal it off of
from
humidity coming up from the ground. Then you would control outside air from coming in. So if the house has vents, we would block them.
You're going to kind of seal the underneath of the house from the outside of the house. Okay.
And then the last part would be we're going to control the environment and control the humidity down there.
A dehumidifier.
Put a dehumidifier in there.
Sump pumps too? Did you already say
that's
that?
part of the controlling groundwater seepage. We
Wow.
sump pumps and drainage.
I hate to name dollar amounts, but this isn't like a $500 or $1,000 project.
No.
This
No.
could be a $5,000 or $10,000 project.
It could be on some homes, yes, or higher.
And it's just free. You're just giving this away.
No, this is free. And then once
Isn't that unbelievable?
And once the winner is announced, we're going to go out there and do the same stuff we would do if they were buying it. We're going to show them what's going on, show them what we recommend, and this is what we're going to do.
Because they're not going to have any additional costs.
No.
The electric hooking everything up and everything.
Yeah. And this would be just for the crawl space work. I mean, we might point out there's some homes that could have foundation issues because of the...
Okay, well, that'd be a whole different story.
That would be different.
This is a free crawl space, encapsulation, the sump pumps, the drainage, everything.
And it doesn't matter if you have a new home or an old home.
Really?
Yeah.
So somebody building a brand new house could be. Because it's really not based on how bad your pictures look, is it? It's based on...
Entries.
Entries. All right, and you're getting them. So, again, they send a picture of their crawl space. You could send 2 if you want. I would send 20. So that way I thought it would increase my chances.
I've had one person who did that.
Oh, really? I would.
I know they went all the way for
I'd
the crawl
send you a
space.
photo album.
Which is fine.
Okay, and I'd have Brooks deliver it in a box of chocolates. Only that's how.
Might be gone by the time I
Right.
get there, though.
But in other words, I used to have companies I was trying to be on the good side of, and every time I would send in a payment, I would get like a box of taffy or something, and I would put the check in the box. So
That's a slick
everybody
idea.
that worked there was a little happier. They looked forward to receiving my check.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, it was just a little thought I had. So,
So,
all right, dryzone.com, but send it to marketing at dryzone.com.
Correct. And that way,
You're the marketing director.
I'm the marketing advisor, and if I'm gone next week, then there's somebody else there who will help
Ooh,
me with
really?
them. So there's
Okay.
another set of eyes
So
besides
we're going
me.
to run this for a little while.
Yes.
Okay. All right. It's kind of exciting, isn't it?
It is. It's when I see the address pop up, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to open
Another
it.
one. Now tell me this: your Facebook page is very active. You're always doing stuff, posting stuff.
Yes.
Showing a job you just did or something you talked about or whatever. Because I thought the other day I saw them lifting some concrete, but I
Yes, we were down
Really?
in Ocean City.
Okay.
Working with their engineers and
That's what I thought. I saw a bunch of guys.
there was
standing
six. We had
around
6 people from their offices down there, all impressed because they're getting ready to redo this one road, and almost every 8 feet was a marking that they're going to either take out this slab or whatever. So we
watching.
were
This is going to
showing
be a lot more economical.
Yes, and what they love about it, and we're actually going to be doing some stuff for them, is like suppose it's summertime and there's
Okay.
pedestrian traffic and car traffic all over the place. Well, if you're going to rip out some sidewalk,
Oh, what an inconvenience!
how long they got to redirect all that kind of
Not
traffic.
counting the money difference.
Correct. So we can go in there and, depending on what it is, less than half a day, sometimes a few hours, can resolve it and be
And
out
it's
of their
very
hair.
unintrusive. We're
Correct.
not talking about digging up any blacktop, or you're just going to literally raise the concrete.
Yep. And that particular section and be in
Were
and
we
out.
supposed to talk about that today?
We're getting our now.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure I didn't hijack the conversation.
No, that's fine.
But I want people to go to your Facebook page. So it's Dry Zone on Facebook.
Dry Zone, and it'll take you right there. And
Okay.
I update stuff daily, both what we're doing and bragging on the
Anybody has
customers.
questions? Can we take a call if somebody has a question?
Absolutely.
I forgot to ask that.
You're fine.
So if anybody's watching or whatever and wants to ask a question, give us a call, 337-7300, and we will talk straight to Barry right now. If you say, hey, or if you're a Dry Zone customer and you want to brag on them, that's okay. We want you to come call and brag, especially if you heard about Dry Zone on Weller Does Delmarva. We really want you to call. Okay? And make sure you say that when you call. But it's 337-7300 if you have a question. All right?
Absolutely.
You're up for that, right?
I'm ready.
Okay,
And then,
so here we go.
We had just speaking of, we had somebody call in, or not call in, the other show that I do on
Okay.
Thursday nights.
All right. Well, we can name it. It's the
It's
Matt Monk
Show on
It was
105.9.
all my idea.
And it's we were there, and I was going off to do my interview, and
Okay.
this this person just said, "Hey, are you a Dry Zone?"
Okay.
I got my logo on and everything. I said,
And they
"Yeah."
were sharp.
And then he proceeded to tell me that how a great experience they had from about 10 years ago.
Really?
8 years ago that we did their installation and gave the whole story and how great it was, and also talked about how he does his annual maintenance to keep
Really?
everything working.
Okay.
And then Matt said, "Hey, you want to be on the radio?" And he jumped right over there and told his story. It
This
was
is
incredible.
Thursday nights at Irish Eyes in Lewis.
Completely unexpected. I was just like,
Wow.
out of the crowd.
Did he buy your dinner too?
No, but I didn't eat.
Oh, okay.
My dinner was hijacked by Jack Riddle in conversation, but it was all good. But anyway, but it was awesome to have somebody just out of the blue just come out.
Isn't that good?
So it made you feel good.
All right. So, if anybody wants to brag on him, has a question, 337-7300, if you would.
And if Dr. T's listening, I'll be calling you after the show.
Well, you need a Dr. T adjustment?
Well, I need to go check out finalize some work that we did for him.
Okay. Oh, you're going to be doing some work with Dr. T.
Well, we've already
Ask him
done it.
where he heard about you.
Well, Dr. T, where did you hear about us?
Okay.
But I know the answer. It was done all right here.
Okay. Well, good. I just want to see if anybody's paying attention.
But the just the other thing and I was going to talk about the concrete lifting. That's called poly level that we do, and
That's where you have your strongest people. I mean, they get their fingers under the edge of it and lift it up.
lift it right up. No, not really. We go out there and we have this this material that we would after inspecting the property and what kind of concrete it is and what needs to be done, then they will determine where to drill a penny-sized hole and
that's
put this
amazing.
product in, and you can watch it just move. It's amazing.
It is amazing. It happens right in front of your eyes. So we're talking about, I'll give an example.
Okay.
In other words, you got a sidewalk
Right.
in front of your house, okay, or somewhere, it's your business or whatever, in other words, and one corner has went down, which means another corner has went up.
Correct.
Okay? And what you're saying is you can raise that corner that went down, which will take the corner that went up, and it will go back down.
Correct.
And you do all of this without backhoes or skid
Correct.
steer loaders or anything. You drill a hole through the concrete, and you pump this stuff through there. And it somehow is all calculated. You want to know how high to raise it, so that determines how much stuff you pump in there. And then it literally raises it, which pushes the other. And it happens literally in front of your eyes.
It's amazing, yes. And
Unless you turn your back.
And it goes in as a liquid first, and then it seeps into because there's usually a void under there. Something's caused that concrete to drop. The concrete didn't fail. The dirt or the
stuff
soil
under.
did.
Hey, can we do that? Do you have it where you can bring 2 cups, or it doesn't work that way? And you pour it in it, and it all does that, or no?
We can do that, but we may have to run out real quick, like we did at we did at the barn.
Can we do that some week?
Yes, we do it outside.
We'll do it outside. We'll all wear safety gear.
Right, I can get
We're
that
going to
happen.
do that sometime to just show you what happens, because you pour it into this thing, and we had it in a big container, or anyway, and it just
It
grows.
expanded it ridiculously.
Right in front of your eyes. I want to show it to you. All right, so that's called poly level.
Poly level, yes, and we use that. It's not only just for fixing sidewalks, but maybe your garage has some issues. And
Here's a call. Do you want to take this?
Sure, let's go ahead and take
I
it.
hope it's not a heckler.
You never know.
Folks, we have a call. Get ready. I got to turn on the microphone. I hope this is a legitimate call.
Good morning.
Hello?
This is a legitimate call.
Okay. Good morning, young man. How are you?
I just wanted to say, it's been a year since they leveled my sidewalk. So, and they did exactly what you just said. They came in, they did it, they left, and it's been a year, and the thing is still just as nice and level today as it was a year ago. It was unbelievable.
And they didn't tear up your yard or your grass or anything?
Nothing. I mean, and this was right next to the house, which was a long way from my driveway. And they ran these hoses up there and came in, drilled little holes, and I thought, well, gosh, is this really going to last? I mean, and today it's just as good today as it was a year ago when they did it. And I don't know how much it saved me because I didn't have to tear out this sidewalk. It's unbelievable.
Or your yard or anything. And I do believe this, you were a very skeptical customer.
There is absolutely no doubt. And I was watching this show, Weller or something. I can't remember what it was. But I think it was on radio then when I was listening.
In
And I
Bridgeville.
I said, there's no way this is going to work. And it was unbelievable. I think was it recorded? I think you recorded some video when they did it.
Yeah.
We did the show there.
I cannot believe
Yeah, we did.
how that got done that quickly and in, out, gone. And I understand why these municipalities that are doing this stuff, tearing up concrete and all the dangers and legal problems you can have with holes. This is like 2 hours in, out, gone. I mean, this is a great deal.
They would have been done a lot quicker if you hadn't asked so many questions, don't you think?
I've heard that.
No, I'm just kidding you. Do you ever go and just kind of jump on it to see if it'll move?
I can't actually say I've done that. So I walk on it every day.
Okay. So, and did you really?
It is, and you're absolutely right. I was very skeptical because I never in a million years thought that was going to work.
Right. He was like, we're going to give these guys a chance, but I am not sure this is really going to happen. All right. So would you recommend Dry Zone?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, it's just, the thing that was so great about it is in, out, gone. In, out, gone,
Yeah.
fixed. Done.
Yep.
I mean, that's what the most amazing part. I mean, the fact that they listed it, now it's all level, that's kind of amazing in itself. But the fact that these guys came in just as professional, easy, in, out, like done, gone, one morning. I mean, I think we did it on a Saturday.
Yeah, it was a Saturday. All right. Well, we're going to thank you for your call, okay? Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
too.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Uh,
Barry, contact info. What? Did I hang up on him?
What's,
All right. Contact info.
yes.
Telephone.
Shoot. 684.
Man, that was on video, everybody. That was a senior moment. Contact. Like, how do people get a hold of you?
We'll try this. It's 684-5034.
302-684-5034. Is it still dryzone.com
It
on the
is,
web?
yes. They haven't changed that for me, so I'm still
Are you
good
going to
with
be
that.
here next Saturday?
Yes, I will be in between. I'll be in between Connecticut
We were going
and
to find
Vermont,
somebody to talk about you.
and I might even chat with you live on Wednesday night from Connecticut
Okay. All right.
this week.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're going to leave you.
Have a
We're
good
gonna
day.
let you leave us. Thank you, Barry.
Thank you.
All right. We got him good on that one. All right. So thanks for the caller. Dryzone.com. Check them out. Like their Facebook page. Let's talk real quick about Jerry Santoro. Oh, no. Hold on. What am I doing? I don't understand. We're going outside? These guys don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, you don't have enough time to go outside.
All right. Am I going to talk about Jerry Santoro or am I going to talk to Brandon Ritter?
I think you should talk to Brandon real quick.
Well, he ain't going to be here in time. Jerry's Lawn Care. Oh, here he is. Not Jerry's Lawn Care. This is Brandon.
Brandon.
Did you get a phone call yet?
I did get a phone call.
About that trailer?
Yeah, well, no.
Okay. All right. Real quick, 24-foot enclosed trailer, brand new 2017. Today and today only. It's a Brandon Ritter special. $59.97, I think, was the price.
Yes.
$6,000 basically.
Yep.
You buy it, you get a 6,000 watt Briggs & Stratton generator absolutely free. Is
That's
that correct?
Yep.
All right. 542-7794 is his number. What else do you want to say?
Come in, see me. I'll take you out, show you the trailer. I'm going to be in sales here shortly.
Okay.
If you see Brooks, run the other way. And come
Well,
talk to me.
they got to deal with you. We're going to have some Brooks specials here in just a little bit. Did I already have one?
Oh, that's not fair.
I already had one. Okay, we're going to have a couple more Brooks Ritter only specials. All right. Oh. In 2 minutes, we're going to play a really neat commercial that Brooks made. Are you in this one or is this Brandon?
No, I'm in this one.
Okay.
Sounds like he set
Who's
that
in it,
up.
Brandon? Brooks? All right. So in 2 minutes, folks, we want you, if you're on the radio, to switch over to Facebook Live, Jim Weller, or WellerDoesDelmarva.com, or My Cozi TV, because we want you to see this commercial.
Now you're making
okay?
me nervous.
Why? It's one of the best ones you've made all week.
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, so that's going to be in just a couple minutes. All right, so we're going to hang with you on radio for just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brandon, what else have you got to say?
Oh,
that was
that's
good.
it.
Was there anything else?
Sure, that's it.
No. You got anything else?
Yeah.
What?
Come in and talk to Brandon. Let me give you my cell phone, 542-7794.
All right, 542-7794. You've had how many calls today?
I've had one so far.
All right, we need more.
Yes.
Was it a family member?
No, it was not.
Okay.
But it was a good friend.
It was a good friend.
Yes.
All right, well, now we need a legitimate customer to call. Well, a good friend could be a legitimate customer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's bought some stuff from me
Has
before.
he?
Mhm.
All right, well, good. All right, we're going to go outside at some point. I see Pastor Bob has arrived, but the phone number for Brandon is 542-7794. Now, we're going to take a commercial break from the radio in a minute, right?
Yep.
And when we do, we've got this really awesome commercial that Brooks did. So this is Brooks made an actual commercial. You're going to notice something very odd and very strange. You remember when there was a circus and they had these elephants and they would tie a chain to their legs so they couldn't run off? Okay? Well, anyway, when you see Brooks, he's gonna look like he's chained, like he can't take off, okay? What are you saying now? Wind it up, wind it up. All right, get ready to watch it, everybody. Here we go. Here's Brooks's commercial.
Everybody, it's Brooks from Wellers, and today I want to talk to you about the Hallmark Edge. We have here in stock in Bridgeville an 8.5 by 24 Hallmark Edge Pro. It has a triple tube tongue in the front. You'll see it also has fastenerless exterior, so there's no screws in the aluminum here. And as we walk down the side here, you'll see it has a 48-inch side door with an aluminum step, so nice and easy to get up in there. LED lights. This also has what's called a split axle, so it helps create better weight distribution, as well as gives it a classier look. And as we walk around the back here, you'll see some of the other options that it has. It has an aluminum tread plate ramp, as well as a flap on the bottom of the ramp for easy loading and unloading, and a transition flap. And what that does, it keeps it so there's not a gap there. So if you're rolling things in and out, it moves nice and slow, nice and easy, and you don't have to lift it up to get over that gap. Has a rubber tread plate floor, so a nice clean look, not really slick at all. It's got nice grip. It's got aluminum walls, also fastenerless, so nice clean look, as well as a white vinyl ceiling liner with an electrical package. You can see it's got the fluorescent lights there. And as we get closer to the front, you'll see it also has aluminum tread plate wheel boxes. Really, really top notch. It's got 4 D-rings for tying down your vehicle, as well as upper and lower cabinets there in the front. This trailer really is top notch. And you know here at Wellers, we like to sweeten the pot. So as you can see here down on my left, you're right, we're going to sweeten the pot with an S5000 Super Winch. That's a $500 value we're going to throw in absolutely free with the purchase of this Hallmark Edge.
Okay, everybody, that was Mr. Brooks Ritter. That is Brandon Ritter's big brother, and he'll be in sales about 10:15 this morning when the show is all over. That was a nice-looking trailer. That's a Hallmark enclosed trailer, pretty loaded car trailer. I saw the cabinets and everything. Aren't the cabinets aluminum?
Yes, they are.
Okay, and that was an L-shaped base cabinet with an overhead cabinet. So what was that special if they buy that trailer? How long is that special good for?
That special is good today and till Monday.
When's the end of the month again?
Tuesday.
Well, just make it good till the end of the month, Tuesday,
all right.
Okay?
Fine.
All right, so they've got to see that commercial and then come on in and say, hey, I want that free winch. Do they have to buy the trailer to get the free winch?
They have to buy the trailer to get the free winch.
Can they buy the trailer, get the free winch, and return the trailer and keep the winch?
No, they can't.
Are you sure?
It's a package deal.
Oh, okay. So you have to keep the trailer.
That's correct.
All right. So anyway, you buy that trailer, no matter what deal they make, and you're going to give them that winch absolutely free.
That's correct.
Was that like a $500 and some winch?
That's correct.
That's a pretty good deal. Super winch.
Great deal.
That's the one with a longer cable, like 40 feet of cable, something like that.
That's actually a 50 feet of cable.
50 feet of cable, and that's real important when you have a 24-foot enclosed trailer.
Yeah, because 24 foot of it's gone already.
Right, before you get out the door. All right, good job. Can I talk to Colin?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, as long as he turns my mic on this
All
time.
right, turn on
Is it on?
Colin's mic.
Is this thing on?
It's on. Grip it here, Colin. This is what activates it.
Right.
Okay? All right. Wall Service Center, I presume.
You presumed right.
All right. Tell us what's going on, other than I'm sure you're taking good care of people.
Well, we should be open now at Wall Service
8
Center.
o'clock Saturdays.
8 o'clock, 8 to noon Saturdays. We only work a half a day.
7:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday.
Yeah. We give that extra half hour and
Yeah, it's kind of
before
nice.
and
If
after.
you're headed to work or getting off work, you got time.
Yeah, so most people work 8 to 5.
Most people.
So, yeah, you've got that
Like
little
us, they
extra
don't work
time.
Night and day.
They don't work just an hour a day, right?
Right.
Lunch.
Right.
12
hour
to 1.
a day. That's right.
Just at lunch.
All right. So Wall Service Center.
Wall Service Center, yep. Third generation business. Fourth
Now we're on the
now.
fourth.
We're on the fourth now.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
we've been
kinda
talking
exciting.
about that this morning, and my son is now.
We're witnessing this happen.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
really. I mean, in other words, think about it. Now, Colin's getting involved, and fourth generation, it's kind of neat.
Right, yep.
Do you
and
remember when you got involved?
I do, yeah. I was like 12 years old, started pumping gas. 11 or 12 years old, I started pumping
Did you
gas.
love
We
it?
had I did. I liked it. I wanted to go to work so bad.
Isn't that a a interesting twist to the way, not nothing about Colin the second, but
Right.
in this world we live in.
About
In other words,
not wanting
at
to go to
12
work.
years old, wanting to go to work, and
Oh,
loving it.
all I wanted to do at 10, 11 years old,
I agree.
whatever. All I wanted to
the
do was
same
go to
way.
work.
Yep. So anyway, so you went to work.
I did, and
Now you're running the place.
Yep, and learned a lot. A lot of good, a lot of bad.
Okay.
So
Well, you learned a lot, though.
yeah, I did. Yeah, yep. So you make a lot of mistakes through the years.
What's
and
a
then
mistake
once
you
you-
made?
Pumping gas.
Yeah.
Trying to get to that even money and overflowing it. Because when you're out there with cash and change
Why
and
is
everything,
my feet getting wet?
right? Because you're out there with cash and change. You got a big wad of money in your pocket.
Okay, so you're just trying to make
And you
it
don't
all
want to,
even.
right? You don't want to have to deal with a bunch of change. The customer doesn't want change. Yeah, take it up there to even money. They'd say,
Okay.
and you try to take it over. It's clicking off. It's clicking off. It's clicking off, and then all of a sudden it's running all over your feet.
All right.
But that was back in the day when you couldn't. You didn't have
Right.
all the evap system now. You can't do that now.
Right. You have to call out Denrec now if you spill gas.
Yeah, right.
So.
But
you don't
doing
sell
that,
gas anymore anyway.
we don't sell gasoline anymore. Now we got out
But
of it
that's
back
just a memory.
2012, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a memory, and it's actually a tip for car owners. Don't top
Don't
your
try to
fuel.
top it off.
Yeah,
It's
because
not
what
worth it.
happens? It's got what's called an evaporative emission system, where it takes the gas fumes and back into the engine and burns them. It's an emissions type of thing.
Okay.
And this will actually get into that system and get into what's called your charcoal canister
Okay.
that's used to keep the fumes down. And it'll ruin your charcoal canister, turn your check engine light on, and cost you money.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah, and with the check engine light on, you're not going to go through inspection. So,
Okay.
yeah.
right.
So anyway, and if you have done that, or if the previous owner has done that, and it's ruined your charcoal canister or any of that system, we can diagnose it and fix it at Wall Service Center. That was a good segue into that, Jim. Thank you.
Well, it was a little more than I wanted to know, but bottom line is when it clicks, stop.
When it clicks, stop. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
And I actually do that with my own truck. I don't do it anymore and take it up to even
Now, do
money.
you want to know why I hate the overfill?
Why?
Because it usually makes a mess on the outside of the truck.
Yeah.
And then dirt and grit sticks to it, and so on
Mm-hmm.
and so forth, a little bit. All right. So anyway, listen, Wall Service Center does not sell gasoline any longer, but
No.
they provide all types of automotive services.
That's right.
Phone number's 422-8110.
Yep, 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford, wallservicecenter.com on the web.
Okay. Are we done? Back on the radio? Tell me when we're on the radio. Are we on the radio now?
We are on the radio.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask Pastor Bob to come on over. He's going to be our next guest. And I'm going to do a commercial real quick for Jerry's Lawn Care. This is Jerry Santoro. We talk about him all the time because he cuts grass. He does lawn maintenance, which is probably not high on everybody's mind right now. But he also sells a lot of firewood, and that is on people's minds. So many people used to buy firewood just to heat with and stuff like that. But there's so many businesses and restaurants now that have these ovens that they cook pizza over a wood-fired thing. And I had no idea that the wood business was this large. I always thought of it for your fireplace or your fire pit or something like that, or camping, where now there's so many commercial businesses that have wood-fired stoves, or ovens, or whatever they're called. So Jerry Sandoro has firewood, and if he tells you it's seasoned, it truly is seasoned. He will deliver it, or you could pick it up. He's in Greenwood. Also, he does lot clearing, probably where the firewood comes from. So anyway, if you have a lot that you need cleared, a little bit, or a lot, or a bunch of lots, or if you have some stumps you need ground up or dug up, or you have a tree you need cut up or trimmed down, or cut down or trimmed up, he can help you with that. So it's Jerry's Lawn Care, Jerry Santoro. He also sells and installs pavers. I know somebody that is having a huge paver job done with him in the near future, and I didn't even know that paver jobs could be this big. But some people do their entire driveways, their sidewalks, their patios, and so on. And Jerry is certified in it, and he sells E.P. Henry pavers because, as everything else, there's always something cheaper. The only one that knows why it's cheaper is the guy that's selling it. But E.P. Henry is the top of the line in the stone products, and he sells and installs those. So whether you need lawn care maintenance, or you want to plan your who's going to cut your grass or take care of your lawn now, or there's some services you provide where you have it seeded and fertilized and all that, and that's kind of seasonal, or you need firewood or a lot cleared, or you need some paver work, you give Jerry a call. It's 363-6025, 363-6025, JLC-LLC.com. Now, we're going to move into the next segment. Pastor Bob Weed, Eagles Nest Ministries, Eagles Nest Church, Milton, Delaware. How is you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You're doing weller, though.
Yep, I'm doing weller. Now, you're going to hang out with us today.
Yes, sir.
And so we're going to talk a little bit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Want to make sure people know if you have a question, because I didn't know how to describe what kind of question. I'm not saying, I'm saying like would you call it like, you'll talk about a biblical question.
Biblical life, whatever.
Because there were a lot of people, trailers, all right. But a lot of people just wonder, why did this happen in my life or my neighbor's life or where was God in the middle of all of that and so on. So if you have a question for Pastor Bob, we're taking calls at 337-7300. We'll take them now if somebody has one, but we're also going to have you back on at 9:30. So if you want to hang out with us till about 10 o'clock, Pastor Bob's going to be on for about 15-20 minutes at 9:30, also just talking in general, but taking your calls if you have a question about something. So anyway, you're the pastor, I would call it the lead pastor at Eagles Nest Church in Milton, right?
I like lead better than senior because it makes me sound younger.
Okay, that's good. All right. Yeah. So you're the lead pastor at Eagles Nest Ministries in Milton, and you've got a good team of people around you.
We do.
It's a very family-friendly environment. In other words, it's a very welcoming church.
Yes.
Kind of come as you are, no predetermined thoughts. Just come on in other words,
we take people where they are for who they are.
Okay.
We say this. We say God loves you where you are, but He loves you too much to leave you where you are.
That's right. That's true.
All of us are growing and developing, and He, like a child, you want
true.
that child to grow. You love them where they are, but they grow through seasons of life. Same way with people as we get older. How many of us have not changed? Is there anybody that's not changed since they were 20?
Right.
I mean, we change and develop, and so one of the roles of the
Physically,
church is
mentally, emotionally,
spiritually,
all the way around. Spiritually.
the church is there to help facilitate that growth. And so we just try to create an environment where people feel warm and accepted and loved and speak the gospel. And we try to do it in a relevant way, preach the Bible, but in a relevant way. I was reading an article just last night for a class that I'm taking, and they talked about theology sometimes is they consider it disconnected from life. And that's really by the way that it's been presented. Our theology is our belief about God, but really all of our beliefs pull into what they call worldview. And we live life every day by that. And so it's very important for us to know what we believe, but often we disassociate it with life. And that's why I like when we have the call in. When people call in and they're hurting, they begin to ask those questions. Why is this happening? Why is it happening to me? Have I done something wrong? It's one of the biggest things that I've heard in my ministry career is God punishing me.
How do you answer that?
Well, the first thing I say is, what is happening in your life? And often I will say, to lighten the moment, I will say something like, don't you think that God could punish you worse if He really wanted to punish you?
That's true.
Most times things are just happening because of the world we live in.
Right.
Sometimes
we live in a fallen world.
It's broken. There's something wrong, and that's part of a worldview. Everybody has an answer or the question of what's wrong with the world. When you're in a groove and everything's going well, you don't ask that question.
Right.
But when life falls apart, you begin to ask, why? How did this happen? Is there something wrong with me? Is there something wrong with the world? And every one of us is going to ask that question at some point in life. And the answers that would come up are very important because it'll determine how we live out the rest of our lives. But God isn't trying to punish us. He's not in the punishing business. God is trying to keep us from certain things, like the commandments. I was thinking about this on the way down here. There's 10 commandments. God doesn't have a lot of commandments, but the ones that He has are there to protect us, not because He's trying to steal our fun.
Okay.
It's like a fence on a yard for a kid. Playing this fence, don't go outside the fence, because outside the fence there's some lions, there's some dangers. And so often...
your neighbor's dog.
Your neighbor's dog.
Right.
Yeah. And so people often think that God's trying to punish them when they get outside. No, He's telling us don't go outside that fence because He loves us, not because He's punishing us. Just like a good parent. Right. And so as people go through these things, they need to have the freedom to ask those questions. I don't always have the answers. There's things I tell people I don't know. But I do know that God loves us.
Is it wrong to question why God allows things or doesn't allow things?
No, I don't think so. I've had my own doubts, questions through life. My wife and I have gone through a number of things in life, and when you go through them, you go, why?
Okay.
When we were my wife and I were first married, we wanted to have kids, and we found out we couldn't have kids. And I my whole life I wanted to be a dad. I want to be a dad. and found out that wasn't going to happen. And you start asking why. You know,
Did I do something wrong?
did I do something wrong? Is there something I'm missing? Where are you in all this? And it hurts. So you have questions. Doubts don't concern me.
Natural to have questions.
Yeah, and doubts, you know, like, are you there? There's times God feels very distant, you know, even for me as a minister. He doesn't show up in my office every day and say, hi, I'm God, let me answer your questions.
And tell you what to do next.
Yeah, there's times that you just like, you know, are you there? Where are you? And I think it's healthy for people to ask those questions. And I think it's healthy for a church community, for a body of people, a church, a group of people, to be able to give the freedom for people to say, you know what, I don't have all the questions answered.
Do people ask you many questions?
Oh, people come to my office regularly. I mean, I get all kinds of questions, and usually it's more about what's happening in life. And that's why we stress at Eagles Nest, we're trying to bring the Bible, make it relevant. Like, everything in the Bible is relevant to life. But it's written in a different culture. It's written in a different language. But they were people in the Bible just like us that had daily problems. You know, God was working in their life, and then he didn't seem like he was present for a while. They had problems. And we just need to be able to understand it in our culture and our language. But once we do, we see that God is very present and there to help us. But we do experience things in life.
All right. Well, I want to mention the phone number again.
Okay.
Okay, and I want to open it up and make it very clear. If you have a question, there's no question that we would say is silly or foolish or anything like that. But, you know, Pastor Bob is the pastor. I go to Eagles Nest, and I find him very approachable. And that's what we're trying to say here today, is if you have some type of a question or an experience that you've went through or a real praise report, we'd love to hear from you. The phone number is simply 302-337-7300. If you give us a call now, we'd love to hear from somebody that maybe, you know, has a question. So, I guess Eagles Nest is a church that I find is very approachable.
Yes.
In other words, I've been to some churches that are a little standoffish or something like that, where at Eagles Nest, I mean, you literally are there Sunday morning, Saturday night, just walking amongst people before church and after church.
It's all about people. And Jesus made it all about people everywhere he went. And though he had a mission, you know, it's amazing to me, Jesus never seemed in a hurry. He never got off mission, but he always stopped to help that individual that needed help. And that's the way we should be living our lives. It's all about people. At the end of the day, it's all about one another.
Right. We're all technically in the people business.
We're
no matter
family.
what we think we're doing or not doing, we're technically in the people business. Again, the phone number is 337-7300. Don't be shy. Don't be uncomfortable. If you have a question for Pastor Bob or a praise report or something that God has done in your life. But basically, let's just hit a couple things right while we got you. We're going to have you on again from 9:30 to 10, okay? And also, the church's website is eaglesnest.ch.
Yes.
Then the Facebook page and the Twitter page, I believe, are Eagles Nest CH.
You would know that better than I am. 'Cause I have people that do that stuff for me.
I'm 99% sure. And I think it's Amy that does a lot of that. She does a good job. Or
She
whoever
does.
do
She
it.
does.
All right, we do have a call, so let's go ahead with this and see what we have, okay? All right, just 1 second. Are you there, caller?
Hi, I'm here.
Did you have a question for Pastor Bob?
Yes. I just wanted to ask the pastor, what does the Bible say about toxic relationships? Because as Christians, we're taught, you know, to help other people and turn the other cheek, and sometimes that can be more detrimental to us.
All right.
That's a great question. The question is first of all, what's
I'm
a
going to let
toxic?
you go and let him answer. Is that okay?
Yes, absolutely.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
you.
call. That's a great question. First of all, what's a toxic relationship? A toxic relationship is when you're in a relationship with somebody that's unhealthy and it's hurting you.
Okay, now you don't mean unhealthy that they've got a cold.
No,
You mean they're not
safe.
They're hurting your overall well-being.
Yeah, they're abusive. They're hurting you. It's one-sided. It's causing you emotional or physical pain. That's a toxic relationship. And the Bible doesn't teach that we're supposed to just stay in those relationships. Like forgiveness. Forgiveness and reconciliation are two different things. Like, I'm commanded to forgive people, but it doesn't mean I can reconcile with them. So if somebody hurts me, somebody that's toxic hurts me, I forgive them, but I've removed myself from that relationship until they change, which the Bible calls repent. And you have to be able to prove that they have changed, because some things are very dangerous. So I coach people, say you can't go back into that. You have to release what they've done or it'll hurt you. You know, when you seek vengeance, it hurts the person seeking the vengeance. Okay. So you forgive it, but it doesn't mean you go back into relationship with that person.
No, this
because it could be dangerous.
Could be a marriage. It could just be boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah. It could be a work relationship.
Yes. Yeah, it could, any kind of relationship. Christ is not asking us to just, like if I use the analogy, if somebody's poking me in the eye, and they ask me to forgive, me to forgive them, I'll forgive them. But if they keep poking me in the eye, I'm going to move.
Okay.
Now,
distance yourself.
Distance myself to protect myself, whatever I need to do, and that's various things in various relationships. But you don't keep yourself there; you move. So, but people have the idea that when you forgive, that it just means you stay there and take it. That's not what the Bible's teaching. There's two steps. There's forgiveness, but then there's change. When a person changes and becomes safe, then you can begin to build a bridge back, which is called reconciliation.
So you can forgive that person and distance yourself.
Yes.
Because that person may never change.
If they don't change, you can't stay. In certain situations, you can't stay. I've had to tell people, you're in danger. You need to get out of that relationship. And that's why if you go to a pastor, go to somebody who can help you process that, to know what to do, because our emotions get tied up in that, and it makes decision-making cloudy. So people often need help with that.
Okay.
But whether it's emotional or physical, toxic relationships have to be addressed. And the Bible does address those. It tells us in the Scriptures how to handle those things.
Okay. Now, I did want to just mention counseling. Isn't there an organization at Eagle's Nest that does counseling?
We have a life counseling group that's there. That I'm not a counselor.
Okay.
I'm a pastor, and what I do is biblical. I have what I call good sense.
Okay.
And street smarts. I've done a lot of things in my life, and I know the Scripture. What I do is I apply the Scripture to a situation, and then if somebody needs professional counseling, I will direct them to the counselor, usually the one in our agency that it's not our agency, but they use our building, that we know them. It's life counseling. They do a great job, and we direct them there.
All right. Now, services tonight, 6:30. Sunday mornings, 9:30. EaglesNest.ch on the web. I'm going to let you go for a few minutes, if that's okay. But if there's anybody else that's watching or listening and you want to ask Pastor Bob any questions, please write the number down, 337-7300. And from 9:30 to 10, we're going to take a good 15, 20 minutes and talk about things and answer questions and so on. Is that okay?
That's great.
All right, so hang tight, if you will. Okay? All right, are we going outside, or what are we doing next?
I would do the Mid-South commercial and then go
Mid-South
outside.
Audio, our good friend Kevin Short. Is that who you're speaking of?
Absolutely.
MidSouthAudio.com. My goodness, if you were here, you could see all of the different things that Mid-South Audio does for us. But they are a company that rents a lot of equipment. So if you're putting on a program, and a lot of people say, well, I don't think I'm ever, well, you might be surprised. You might be going to have a wedding reception out on the beach, or you might be going to have one in your backyard, or you might be going to be having a 90th birthday party for Pop-Up or Mom or something like that, and you need some amplification of sound or microphones or things like that. So you don't have to be putting on a full-blown concert or anything like that, but if you are, he can help you with that too. So anyway, it's MidSouthAudio.com. They have all kinds of equipment they rent. They have equipment that they sell. Colin Walls over at Yuletide Farm had a big movie night, and I noticed that he rented a big projector from them and speakers. He even had these things. He had all these wires running on the ground, and he had these plastic things that the wires ran through. So there's just a lot of different things that Mid-South Audio rents or sells, but they mainly rent it. And then if you're having a big event, I've been to auctions where they're there with the PA and the microphones and all that stuff, because the auction is just a one-time auction down at the Indian River Inlet Bridge, and they need amplification there. So anyway, Mid-South Audio and their team, they come in, they set up, they have stages, they have platforms, and then they can just run it all for you. So anyway, it's MidSouthAudio.com on the web. Their phone number is 856-6993, 856-6993. Kevin Short and his team do a great job, so give them a call. And if you want to see Kevin Short and hear how well he can sing and play the guitar, look up this, Live with Walls and Weller, from last Wednesday night. The whole show was all musicians and everything, and it was a great show. So if you want to see some of Kevin Short's other talents, he's quite a singer and quite a musician also. MidSouthAudio.com. Check him out. I think I'm getting ready to go outside. Is that right, Brooks?
That's correct.
All right. So I'm going to get my jacket on. I'm going to put my hairpiece on, and I'm headed outside.
It's
you can
exciting.
talk now.
We're going to show a couple of trailers out here. Brandon's going to go out there with you, and I think there's going to be some great deals coming up.
I'm ready. I'm on the yellow mic.
You are on the yellow.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready, everybody. If you're ready, I'm going outside. I'm walking. I'm going to do this trailer first, just for the heck of it. This is a 7x14 enclosed. Am I right, Brandon?
That is correct.
All right. Now, whose deal is this one?
I think it's
Brooks or
anybody's
Brandon?
deal. Well, we're making my deal.
We'll make it anybody's deal.
There you
okay?
go.
You got a side door for starters. All right. We're opening the side door. What is inside there?
We're showing how you can store whatever you want in the inside.
Okay. I need that out of there today. Okay. All right. This is a 7-foot wide, 14-foot enclosed trailer. Go ahead and flop the ramp door if you would. On the back, it has a ramp door, so it's perfect for running a motorcycle up in or a golf cart or four-wheeler or something like that. A lot of contractors buy these. So it's got a ramp door. It's got a side door. It's 7-foot wide, 14-foot long, and 6-foot tall inside. Tandem axle. It's got electric brakes on both axles. Okay, aluminum fenders. What year is this thing?
This is 2016.
All right, so it's got to go.
It's got to go.
I hear we have 2 of them.
We do.
We actually have 3. We have one without a ramp door that's got double rear doors, okay?
Right.
So we're going to give a crazy offer. I'm going to make this offer good today, Monday. When's the last day of the month? Is it Tuesday?
Yep.
Between now and the end of the month, here's what we're going to do. It's a 7x14. It's a brand called Lark. We got a black one.
Mm-hmm.
We got a white one, and we got a white one with double rear doors, I think.
That's right.
So any one of those 3 trailers, I forgot the price. Do you know the price? I forgot the price.
The new price or the normal price?
What? Either one of them. What do you
I think
remember?
The new price is, I believe, $40.99.
$4,099.
That's correct.
We'll call that $4,100.
There you go.
Holy mackerel! I forgot the price. All right, now let me think for a minute. So if it's that price, I got to figure out a way to make that deal better. Right?
Figure that out.
Oh my gosh, you don't know the retail price, do you?
Oh,
I'm trying to figure out how much I've already knocked off. All right, let me think for just a minute. What can we do to make this deal better? I'm just going to make it real easy. Real easy.
Make it very
Is that
simple.
okay? All right. If you buy one of these for $4,099, $4,100,
Right.
okay?
Yep.
I'm going to give you a spare tire and wheel. Is that about $117?
That's correct.
I'm going to give you a 20-foot tall aluminum telescopic flagpole. What's that, about $200 and some dollars?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to give you a flagpole, comes with a flag,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to give you a spare tire and wheel, absolutely free, if you buy one of these trailers by the end of the month. Is that okay?
That's a deal.
Because I don't know any of the numbers because I don't know where it started.
Yeah, that's
so
like-
$4,099, spare tire and wheel, absolutely free, and on a 20-foot tall aluminum telescopic flagpole.
I can tell you they typically sell every day for about $4,400 to $4,500.
Okay, so the $4,099 is
already
it's
a deal.
2016, so we're going to stay at that price.
Right.
But I'll just throw some merchandise into it to get it sold.
There you go.
Is that okay?
Sounds good.
I am freezing.
It is cold out here.
Okay, next trailer. Next trailer. Is this a 6x12 landscaper?
That's correct.
It's actually a little wider. There is 6x12s. We just don't sell them. We
Right.
got 76x12.
Right, which is
we
6
have
foot forward.
learned that you cannot get a certain lawnmower on a 6x12 trailer. It's got to be 76 inches, which is 6'4".
Right.
Okay. Now this trailer here was normally $1,449. We've reduced it down to $1,299.
That's
Is
correct.
that right?
Yep.
All right. Now, is this the ramp gate that will fold this way?
Yes.
Okay, so this ramp gate will fold down, but it will also fold flat. And you say, well, what's the big deal? Well, if you had a 14 or 16 foot long board to haul,
Right.
that's the big deal.
Right.
Is that right?
Right.
I am freezing.
It's
to be
really
honest with you. 76 by 12 landscaper, $1,299. Now the kayak, is there a paddle over there?
There
can't
is a
tell.
paddle over
Okay,
there.
so the kayak and the paddle is our special offer. Okay, and you've got to mention these specials. We're not going to mention them to you. Okay,
Right.
so if you come in and you don't bring it up and you leave and you didn't get it, it's a must mention special. Okay, we'll give you that kayak and that paddle for how much?
You tell me.
I don't know. In other words,
$188.
So if they buy the trailer, what is it, $188?
They're $188.
So what if we sold it to them for half price if they buy the trailer? How much is
sounds
that?
like a deal. I'm not
90
very
some?
good at math without a
Okay,
calculator.
I'm just going to give it to you for free because I'm freezing. Now, he's over there trying to calculate what
My
half
brain's
of 188 is. I'm just going to say this. You buy this trailer for $1,100, $1,200,
$1,299.
$1,200. No, it's really $1,300, $1,299. You buy this trailer for $1,300 between now and the end of the month. I'll give you the kayak for free, and I'll give you the paddle for free. Is that okay?
That sounds good.
I'm going to shorten this deal because we're freezing, all right? How cold is it out here?
It's probably about 35, maybe 40 degrees.
All right, so bottom line is you got the 7x14 enclosed. We're going to give you a flagpole and a spare tire and wheel. You got this. Now, if we run out of them, there's no rain checks or nothing like that. We've got 3 16s, 2016s of those.
Correct.
All right, $4,099. You get a flagpole with a flag, with a spare tire and wheel, absolutely free. Or you buy this trailer here for $1,299. You get the kayak and the paddle, absolutely free. Is there anything else? Because I'm cold.
I think it's good. We can go inside.
542-7794. 542-7794. But you must mention it at time of purchase. If not, you get down the road and you're looking in the rearview mirror saying, I forgot.
To say it.
You snooze, you lose. You got to bring it up because we're going to forget. Okay?
We got a lot going on.
542-7794. What's Brooks's number?
448-0049.
0049. Folks, I have to go back inside. The heat is calling me, okay? All right. So anyway, we got a lot more show to give you. I forgot what's happening next. At 8:30, Sean from First Class Heating and Air is going to be joining us. Heating and air, get it? It's freezing out. But anyway, and then at 9 o'clock, we've got Tanja Payton going to be on talking about health and nutrition. And then at 9:30, we got Pastor Bob going to be back on. So anyway, stay tuned. Hang in there with us. Write the phone number down because we want phone calls. 337, I forgot the number, 7300. 337-7300. I'm going back inside now. Brooks, start talking while I walk. No, I don't even need you to talk. I got it all.
You can't walk and talk?
All right, everybody.
I
So
thought you
anyway,
were good at walking and
it's
talking.
unbelievably freezing out there.
I don't know whose idea it was to go outside, but
It wasn't cold yesterday.
but it was nice and warm and toasty in here, so I enjoy that I get to run the audio. I heard that. Thank you so much. It's 448-0049. I haven't had any so far today, but I normally do get a few from mentioning my phone number during the show. Yeah,
Well, maybe Brandon's getting them all.
he probably is. It looked a little chilly. I could tell Brandon was kind of holding up on that mic real tight, and
Oh, my goodness. So anyway, folks, let me talk about Wall Service Center. When Colin gets a break, I'll get him back on. But either way, we will talk about Wall Service Center, which is open today. They're actually open right now. 422-8110. Colin calls it 422-8110. I usually say 422-8110.
Always put it in dollars.
$81.10.
Right.
Or $8,110. Right?
Right.
Which
Depends
one
on
would
if
you
I'm
rather
paying or if I'm receiving.
Right, that's right. So, 8110. 422-8110. And always, the numbers we give out, they work much better if you dial them in that sequence.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, how is business?
It's actually January, and January slows down a little bit for us, and that allows us to get some maintenance done around the shop there.
Okay.
Get to work on different things, the shop vehicles and the shop itself. So get the windows cleaned and all the
door handles. And
all the corners
hinges
swept out
and
and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Get all the dust bunnies out of the corners of the shop.
Right. Well, anyway, what kind of stuff do people get done in the winter versus the summer?
Let's see. The winter versus the summer. Well, they don't usually get air conditioner work on in the winter. Occasionally, we'll have a couple because maybe the AC compressor is actually locked up.
Okay, or
And-
making a squeaking noise.
Yeah, so if
Or
it's
they're
locked
getting ready to
up,
take a
that
trip
means your
down
belt
south.
can't turn because usually they're connected to
Oh,
everything.
well, if it's at that point, it's real.
It is real.
It's
It is
real
real.
at that
You
point.
need more than just a belt.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can take care of that if that happens to you. But most of the time, we're doing maintenance. We're doing
Oil changes.
some timing belts. And then you have
Check the
other
brakes.
things that are more like an emergency. Like an oil change. No,
Right,
oil
yes.
changes are not emergencies.
They should never be an emergency.
That's right. If they are, you've slacked on your maintenance a little
Correct.
bit.
Correct.
But that's okay. We don't get mad at you or yell at you because we
That's
know
right. They're very
it's your
forgiving.
car. You can
It's
do
your
what you
car.
want. with
That's
it.
right. You can take as long as you want.
I've heard
oil change.
I've heard people say that they've taken their car somewhere and somebody got mad at them because they didn't do something on their car. And I'm like, well, it's your car, isn't it?
That's right.
So, but, we won't get mad. But
What about exhaust work?
We do exhaust work. Yep, everything.
Got a muffler leaking or something like that, or a tailpipe dragging.
Yeah, and muffler work is not what it used to be. Exhaust work, because a lot of the exhaust is made out of stainless steel now, and some of it's lasting the life of the car. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It is, so that'll put you out of the exhaust business.
I have not experienced any of these things you're saying.
you don't get 90,000 miles out of the brake pad?
90,000 miles out of brakes, I'm like, holy mackerel, I can't get 90,000 miles out of the tires.
Well, Wall Service Center, fourth generation there now.
Fourth generation now.
Yep, so we're at 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford, right across from Abbott's Grill, next to Bicentennial Park, and we just say stop in and check us out.
Say hello.
Even just want to say hi. Hey, I saw you on with Jim Weller, or saw you on the radio, heard you on TV, one or the other.
Okay.
So...
Anything else?
That's it.
All
right.
I'll
let you move on.
Will you really?
You got other guests here waiting.
422-8110, 8110.
That's right.
Okay.
Another guest that wants to not talk about air conditioning.
What?
At this time of year.
Oh, Sean. That's right. All right, come on over, Sean, if you would. I'm going to put in a quick plug for my insurance man while he gets ready. What was that?
We're not on the radio yet.
We're not on the radio yet?
Yeah.
Well, he can sit down anyway, can't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let me stand down. So for my TV audience, can I give a TV special?
I think it's a great idea.
All right, real quick. I don't even know what to say. Let's give away something. Where's the Zag cleaning kit? Oh, all the way up there.
Top. Yep.
We'll ask Sean if he's ever seen one of these. They're free, folks, so call real quick. You can have one for free if you're watching on TV. Is that okay?
Yeah, what number?
337-7300. It's right there on the screen. 337-7300 if you want one of these. Have you ever seen this?
I have not. No.
Have you ever heard of Zag?
I have not.
Have you ever heard of Zig? Zig-Zag?
Zig-Zag, yep.
All right. This here is really cool. It is a cleaning kit for your electronic devices, like your cell phone or your tablet or something like that. It comes with this really nice cloth. Okay. And I'll demonstrate how it works, okay? Here we go.
This is
I
a
love
live demonstration.
I'm going to tell you something. It really does work good. All right? And we're giving it away, folks, and the phone hasn't even rung. But anyway, see how dirty that is?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just a phone. Isn't that kind of cool? And then you just take this and you just wipe it off. Now, this is not for your skin or anything like that. This is just for electronic devices. Is that a phone call? Oh, we're on the radio, folks. We're giving away something free. You need to be watching us over at Facebook Live, but it's a Zag cleaning kit, and all you have to do is call 337-7300 and say, I would like one of them. Now, it looks a little better than it did.
Yes, it does.
Other than the scratch I have in it and the moisture that's under it. But other than that, that's how it works.
Wow.
And they're normally about $15. I think we got them for $5 or $6. And we're giving them away today. So if you'd like one of these, just call the number 337-7300 and say, hey, I'd like one of them.
And they smell fresh, too.
Yeah, they're pretty good. So I'm going to give this to you.
Oh, great.
So you can take it home.
Take it and try it.
Oh, yeah,
box?
just the box.
Oh, you just
I'm
get the
sorry.
box?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Thank you.
See what you can do with that.
Perfect.
Thing. Okay, you have to make a note. We've got to deduct that from inventory. Mr. Inventory Control over there. 337-7300. If you are watching or you are listening and you want a Zag cleaning kit absolutely free, you just call and leave your name and number, okay? Now, I want to mention L&W Insurance Agency real quick, if I could. L&W Insurance Agency is who I buy my insurance from, and I love dealing with them. I actually just had a long talk with them the other day about health care. Where's health care going? So that was a very interesting conversation. But I want to let you know that they sell auto, home, health, life, commercial, and umbrella policies. And I talk about these umbrella policies, and people think I'm talking about insuring an umbrella. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an umbrella policy. I got them personal as well as business. They kind of cover the little gaps. You ever had an insurance claim and the insurance company says, oh, my goodness, I didn't know you sold airsoft BB guns and stuff like that. So anyway, an umbrella policy covers all those little things that are in between. It's very, very affordable. Like $1 million one is just a few $100 a year. So anyway, if you need insurance, whether you want an umbrella policy, renter's insurance, auto insurance, health, disability, whatever type of insurance you may or might not want, you give a call to L&W Insurance Agency. I've dealt with them for years. They've been in business like 84 years. That's just almost unbelievable, but they do a good job. Now, the one thing that they really emphasize, if you deal with L&W Insurance Agency and you have a claim or you have a problem, they don't want you to deal with it. They want you to allow them to work between you and the insurance company, because you know what happens when you have to work with the insurance company? You become frustrated. And then you end up getting mad at everybody. So what they're saying is, skip that. That's what we're here to do. We're not just going to receive your money and not help you when there's a claim. So, and I've personally experienced this time and time again. I've talked to other people that have and been very happy with them. So if you, even with our Blue Cross, they don't want us calling Blue Cross or Highmark or whoever it's called. They want us calling them, and they'll get in the middle of it. So anyway, it's L&W Insurance Agency. Good, friendly people. Local, been in business a long time, support many things in our community, and their phone number is 856-7828, 856-7828, lwinsurance.com on the web. 856-7828, tell them I sent you. Sean, I have to ask you a question. This is Sean from First Class Heating and Air. Honestly now, okay? That was a live demonstration. Does that truly not look cleaner?
It definitely does. Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, it is. It is a great
Isn't
job.
that some pretty cool stuff?
That is. I've never seen that before, but I'm definitely going to use
It's called
it.
a Zag cleaning kit.
Lots of uses for it.
We sell a lot of them. They're they're like $15 online. I got a deal on them, of course, and we're selling them, I think, for $5 or $6 or something like that. So anyway, they're a heck of a deal there. So and yours was free,
Even
and I would
better.
like you to use it. Take pictures of you standing next to your computer or your thing and post it on our
all
Facebook
over.
page.
Perfect. No problem.
if you would. Sean, First Class Heating and Air. Tell me, how are things?
Things are going great.
Good.
Starting off the new year just as well as we could. Obviously with the weather has been up and down, but I think we're starting to feel a little bit of cold out there.
It was freezing out there.
It's just we got tested earlier in the month with some snow and some bad weather. Starting to move on pretty well. So hopefully it's a good sign for the year to come.
Yeah,
on there.
and you're there, whether it's heating or air conditioning, home performance, plumbing.
Yep.
I do want to mention something that you and I have been talking a little bit about that I didn't even know they made or that you offered, and I'd like you to elaborate if you could. It's called a ductless system, which I'm very familiar with a ductless system. It bolts on the wall, and it's for an area that you want something very energy efficient, and you want to save the money of running the ductwork.
Correct.
But you have told me, and we're talking about ones that go in the ceiling, like in my offices.
Right.
I never even knew that existed. I don't even know how I didn't know that. But tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, they're still part of the ductless line, but they're just different indoor units, different models that they use on those. So you see a lot of these more on commercial applications or in places where you just don't like the aesthetics of something hanging on the wall. We get a lot of that.
All this time we were talking, I never knew that they made these ones that go in the ceiling. And I'm thinking, man, it's got to go over here on the wall in this office or that office. Right. And now I'm thinking, this
it just changes
cool.
everything that where systems can go in. The nice thing about that is typically on a wall-mounted unit you have to have it try to be on an exterior wall for drain lines and all. These units, they have lift pumps in them, so they'll throw the water far enough length that you can get them to to another kind of drain system if necessary. But it's flush mounted. You really don't see them. They go a lot of times in larger rooms. They go centralized in the room, so they blow it all four ways and then return in the center. And they're still just as independent controls as the wall mounts. Or they also make floor mount units. They make slimline, small little ducted units, and they're making full ducted systems, so you can actually convert your house that you have. We've done this with a couple houses where you have maybe two systems in a home. You have an upstairs unit and a downstairs unit, and we can pull both of those out, put two air handlers back in, and then you only have one condensing unit outside. And the energy level they save is absolutely amazing. They'll heat to minus 17 degrees. You don't have backup electric heat on them. You don't have
normal
anything.
heat pump at what? 30-some degrees, it kicks over to emergency heat.
Yeah, and it all depends on the efficiency of it. But on the older ones, most of the ones that are 10 years or so older, 45, 47 degrees is kind of a balance point when they start losing efficiency. And that's why heat pumps have always gotten a bad reputation. They, it's always got cold air coming out. Everyone that's grown up with them, they hated them.
But it's not cold air. The air is just cooler than your body temperature.
Exactly. Yeah. So it just feels cooler. It maintains temperature, but a lot of them did not like that. And then that technology has obviously changed in the last 10 years, where it's been a lot warmer. But ductless units are heat pump units, but we're getting over 100 degrees discharge temperature out of the units themselves.
And they're so efficient.
They're the most efficient systems you can get. You don't have any ductwork associated with, so you don't have any losses, which is a big part of that. That's where, and if you have a system that can produce a certain amount of efficiency, and then you start blowing it through ductwork, and then you start leaking into an attic or leaking into a crawl space, you lose that efficiency. So a very high efficient 20 SEER heat pump system, by the time it comes out through the vents and everything's all said and done, you may be down at 16, 18, 15,
Now,
13 SEER. So, I mean, it's just a matter of...
I had a crazy thought about this ductless stuff. When you think about it like this, over here at Weller's, we're going to put it in all of our offices. And we're thinking that way if somebody's off for the day, coming in late, went to the bank, going to be going for an hour or two, or going for half a day, you don't leave all your lights on all the time. So why would you keep all the heat cranked up to the same all the time?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm like, my mind is seeing big savings over time. It's just like over here, I had no idea. I thought I built this building just a year or two ago, and it's like 16 years ago now that have went by. I don't understand why my heat pumps aren't holding up any longer than that. But so we're looking at this ductless thing for the offices, and the gals that work in the office are beyond excited because some of them say, I'm hot all the time. I need air conditioning. And so one could be on air conditioning and one could be on heat. Is that right?
No, they all have to be on the same setting.
Same wavelength.
Typically, but
one could be
lower
or
temperatures.
higher.
Exactly. So, that's the really great part about it. Every room has its own independent control. You can have it set, if you like working in your office and you like it at 68 degrees and some people like it 75 degrees and some people like it 50 degrees, every one of them can be on a different temperature in there. So it just cycles them down. So that makes it a more comfortable. Like you said, if no one's in there, you can shut it off. If you have a room that's only used part of the time, you don't need to heat and cool it. Exactly.
The break room.
Don't need to cool it all the time or heat it all the time. And you're right. It's just, with lights. So we always associate it with if you're in a house and you need to run the water in your kitchen sink, you don't have to turn it on in every bathroom and every outside spigot and everything else. It's the same principle. You only heat and cool the areas that you're in at that time. So it just makes it more energy savings. You can back them. You can set them down to a lower temperature. They will dehumidify in the summertime. So they have a dry mode setting where it may not need air conditioning, but you want to control humidity. So you set it on that, and it just takes humidity out and it keeps it much cooler in there as well. But as far as the efficiency line, it doesn't get any more efficient than ductless units.
Oh, did you invent these?
I wish I did. Now, the technology has been out for years, and in fact, everywhere else in the world, they are the dominant heating and cooling systems. It has taken a while to kind of get into the market, and we call it the North American market here. We've seen a lot in server rooms, computer rooms, elevator shafts, kind of more in the commercial side of things for a long time. Then it's been trickling into sunrooms. A lot of people will put these in there because they have full capacity. When you when you build a sunroom or you enclose a deck and you try to take a couple of vents off your existing system, it never works.
Right.
I mean, it tempers it. Every contractor is going to say, "Oh yeah, no, we'll just put a couple vents in there. We'll just take it off. That's going to save you money." It pulls away from your house and it's never comfortable.
Right.
So
now everything's a mess.
Exactly. So they're a great alternative for those. We've had it for bonus rooms above garages, which are never comfortable. They're always hot. They're always cold. It's just a way of conditioning them a little bit better. And that was really where they started. And now they're getting into whole houses, all new installations. We're doing new homes with them.
Okay.
We've seen plans for 15, 16,000 square foot homes where they're using all ductless systems in there.
Really?
And it's just amazing what they're trying to accomplish with it. And the upfront cost of these, like anything else, it's energy efficient is going to be a little higher, but the overall savings is going to be much much greater.
Right.
There.
I'm agreeing.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing.
They really are nice.
What'd you want to talk about today?
What's to talk about?
I took over the conversation.
That's fine. Anything, honestly. That's a great topic, and ductless is obviously huge with us, so we do quite a lot of that. I will mention that obviously coming into February is always a good time of year. The Energized Delaware rebates were extended through June so far. They may even go on from then, but right now we have to say to June. That's pretty good money savings, pretty good rebates back for customers that may not be getting from other companies. I always mention it
because very few companies qualify for that.
Yeah, you have to be associated with Energized Delaware. You have to have BPI certified people on staff. You have to, conform with all the regulations for the program.
And I presume First Base Heating and Air does.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Okay.
And we've actually gotten, we were tallying it up the other day, just a little over $150,000 back for customers since June through this program.
Gosh.
So it's been very beneficial.
Big benefit of just dealing with you guys.
It is. When we say if you're getting three different options, most people get 3 or 4 quotes anymore, and you say you have 3 companies and 2 or 3 of them are basically the same. They're all same type of equipment, the same realm of equipment, the same efficiencies and close on pricing and warranties and all that. And then you have one person that may be $2,000 less because of a rebate, or maybe $2,200 or $1,600 less for doing the exact same scope of work, same everything. That's a huge savings, and it doesn't have anything to do with the type of system. We've had people ask, well, if it's not my primary residence, that doesn't matter as long as you own the house. It is in Delaware only, so it's a Delaware program. But
not commercial, though.
Not commercial.
Okay.
No, it's on the residential side. But it doesn't affect if you want to finance the system. So, say you take advantage of a 60-month 0% interest financing option. That doesn't have any effect on it.
5 years, 0%?
5 years, 0%.
And you still would get this other?
Oh, yeah.
It's not either or?
Nope, not at all. No, this is totally independent from the manufacturer. So if you take a system that qualifies for that, and I think one of the highest rebates we can get on systems is about $2,200, but you can take that check back and throw that right towards the cost, put it right towards the payment, and then pay that down sooner, or take it and put it in your pocket and do something else with it.
Buy
and that's
a
just
kayak or
on
a trailer.
there you go. And that's just on the air conditioning side and heating side of it. There's also, the program is designed to make the houses more efficient. So, you can get in there if you need insulation. They'll show you areas of insulation and ductwork and air sealing and, any of those problems. And there's rebate money along with that, too. So we've had one customer back over at the Lincoln area that was planning on doing a lot of renovation work to his house anyway. Got it tested, and I'm going to say he got close to $6,000 back just in rebates for insulation work, air sealing, the equipment, everything. Yeah, so it's
not to mention, after he gets all done, his house is now more energy efficient.
Right, so you're going to be saving on utilities. You're not wasting energy. It's a great program. So.
Great. All right, contact info.
Do I need to go blank again? I think Barry was having a problem with that. 302.
Yeah, Barry was setting the standard.
There we go. 302-934-8900. FirstClassHVAC.com. You can go right to our website and find all the information on there. So tons of information. You can call the office. They'll get you in touch with any department you need. Whether
a person always answers the phone.
Absolutely.
I've tested that.
Yes.
Hey, I missed his call. I didn't mean to. Rick Fowler was calling from No Nonsense Office Machines.
Yep.
He is unbelievably happy that he got up with you guys.
Yeah, that worked out very well. He's a great customer. We were able to take care of his needs.
Before?
No, that was the first time. So
did you personally?
I did. Yep.
Okay.
I went out there and I actually saw his name come through, and so I was like, oh, okay, I know where this one came from.
Yeah.
But we were able to get him taken care of right away
very
too.
Happy. So.
So we got everything squared away. Everything's cleaned up and looks great on there. They seem to be really happy with everything. So
he's got heat again.
He's got heat again, and no more noises and no more. The noises they were describing were very, very concerning.
They thought the building was
the
on.
boom and the backfiring on the gas is not good. So we got him straightened around.
Well, good. Yep. All right, 934-8900. Been around for 40 years. Mm-hmm. Financing available, 24/7 emergency service.
Yes,
and on the web, it's firstclasshvacthewords.com.
Correct.
Anything else?
That should do it. Appreciate it.
All right, take that Zag cleaning kit. I'm really amazed at how clean that got. All right, thank you very much, Sean.
Appreciate it.
All right, real quick, we're going to have Tanja Payton for just a minute or two if she wants to come on over. I want to really preference what we're getting ready to do here because we're going to be winding up on the radio here about 9 o'clock, and we got a couple things going to be happening between 9 and 10 that we want to talk about. Did I miss anything, Brooks?
No, you're good.
Okay, good. I'm trying to stay on schedule. So right now we have Tanja Payton. Just say good morning.
Good morning.
All right, that's all we're going to let her say. No. Anyway, Tanja Payton is going to be continuing on with us between 9 and 9:30 for a good solid 15-20 minutes. We're going to talk about health, wellness, and nutrition.
Yes.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. And you are going to take callers if somebody has a question.
Sure, absolutely.
All right. So write your thoughts down if you want to talk about something. You also do Zumba. Is that right?
That's where I'm on my way to after this.
Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm just letting you know that if you want to talk about anything with Tanja, the phone number for that is going to be 337-7300. So I'm just kind of introing you in other words. And we're not going to take any calls right this minute, but after 9 o'clock, we're going to continue on My Cozi TV. We're going to continue on with Facebook Live and WellerDoesDelmarva.com. And we're going to then get into it real deep with Tanja. She's been giving me some input and advice, and I've been embracing it, and it's made a big difference. And I'm going to tell you, we're eating 5 times a day. It makes more of a difference than eating 3 times a day. I didn't believe it. I am now a believer of it, and it's kind of amazing. So anyway, we're going to talk about that. Is there anything else you want to say to entice the crowd?
I would just say stay tuned, because if you want to really know how to kind of lose that weight and lose the fat, I'm going to tell you how to do it.
Right. And more important than that, I got to be honest, if you just want to feel better.
Good point.
You know what I mean? If you just want to plain feel better.
Absolutely.
And I heard something yesterday on the radio. Oh, nothing tastes as good as feeling better. I forgot what it was, but it was really, it was like no food tastes as good as being thinner. I forgot what it was, but it stuck with me so good I forgot it. And I do the same thing with speed limit signs. They stick with me so good I forget what the speed limit was. But anyway, so we're going to have Tanja back on after 9, so please stay tuned. If you're listening on the radio, switch over to Facebook Live, just Jim Weller there. Also, you can go to My Cozi TV, which is 204 on Comcast, 99 on Mediacom, and we had somebody at 31.2 this morning watching on her $15 Walmart antenna. So anyway, My Cozi TV is where it's at for Lower Delaware. And then on top of that, you can watch it at WellerDoesDelmarva.com if you don't have Facebook and you don't have My Cozi TV. Okay? We're everywhere. All right? So, Tanja, I'm going to let you go for a minute.
Okay.
And then we'll have you back on right after 9.
Awesome.
Okay? Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
So that's Tanja Payton, and you can look her up on Facebook real quick and learn a little bit about her. She knows a lot about health and nutrition and exercise, and she's going to teach you that eating 5 times a day. So just think about 5 crab cakes a day versus only 3. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. She's going to straighten that one out in just a minute. So anyway, Brooks, what else? We gave out your phone number, Brandon's phone number. You both have had phone calls, or just Brandon?
Just Brandon so far.
Just Brandon. Brooks is 448
0049.
Okay, 0049. So that would be 448 00.49. Is that right? If
Everything's
I was
money
looking
with
at
this hand.
All right, so
now.
anything else? What, you going to call now? Wait till he's done. He'll be off the air at 10 o'clock. All right, real quick. I need a painting sponsor. If you're listening or watching and you do painting, I want to paint the showroom of the store. So I'm looking for somebody that wants to do the painting and supply the paint in exchange for advertising. Okay, so think about that. If you're interested, let me know. What else, Brooks? Did I miss any of my ads? Nope, I got them all.
You're good, yeah.
All right.
Covered everything.
Live with Walls and Weller. Colin, why don't you come say a word with me about that? But is there anything else you wanted to say before him and I take over the rest of the show?
Just come on in and ask for Brooks. If you want to wait, I'll be back over there about 10:15. If you can't wait, anybody over there can take care of you, but I'd love to talk with you and show you what we got and take advantage of some of the deals that I got.
I want to
going
run
on.
through these specials real quick. What did we do so far? The first one was a TV commercial
That's correct.
that had a trailer with a free spare tire and wheel.
That's correct.
So how could they see that if they didn't see it? Just rewind this tape?
Well, they'd actually have to wait till it's finished. I don't think you can actually, while it's still live, you can't go back and watch it.
Okay, but that was a special offer, but they've
Absolutely.
got to mention it.
That's correct.
Then one was the big enclosed car trailer.
That's correct.
They've got to
special
mention
offer.
that one.
Yep.
Okay, then what was the other one? The 7x14 enclosed.
That's
And the
correct.
76x12 landscaper.
That's correct.
So all those specials are as soon as this is over at 10 o'clock, they can rewind it. They can't rewind it now while we're on.
They can't rewind the live. Yes, that's correct.
Okay, but they could call you or
Well
call
said.
Brandon. What, Colin?
I said, well said, Brooks.
Well said, Brooks. What did he say?
I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, they can give me a call. I can go over them with them.
Or Brandon
Or
can.
Brandon, that's correct.
Brandon's more available right now.
Yes, that's correct.
542-7794. You're held hostage here.
I am.
But
They
the
won't
one
let me go.
video, you look like you're chained.
All the videos.
Look like a cable, tethered.
We need to talk about reworking how we do that.
Oh, you're going to want cordless headphones.
That or a lapel mic, one of the two.
Or we're going to run the cable in the ground or something. We'll be out here digging a trench by every trailer.
That works for me.
All right. Anything else?
Now I'm going to turn the show back over to you, Jim.
Well, do that, please. Thank you. All right. So we want you to stay tuned. So if you're watching or listening on the radio, we're going to stop on the radio at 9 o'clock, and we're going to continue right on. We're just going to be like bulldozing, plowing right on down the highway.
Right.
We're going to have Tanja Payton from 9 to 9:30 and Pastor Bob Weed from 9:30 to 10 live on My Cozi TV or Facebook Live, and we need phone calls. Colin, what's going on with you live with Walls and Weller?
Yeah, live with Walls and Weller. We had a great show this past
my gosh,
week. It was
I
an
wasn't there. It was
show.
the biggest audience you ever had.
Right. Do you see any connection with that?
None whatsoever.
Okay, I didn't know.
All right. So anyway, I was not there. He filled the building with musicians. That's a show worth going back and watching.
Yeah, absolutely worth going back and watching. We had
Yeah, you did.
Pete, Pete Howard from Delsey Line there, and we
Okay.
had some other great musicians, and apparently we had one of the best guitar players that you can find around.
Yeah.
Billy West.
It was unreal.
It was great. It was really, really good.
Yep, I wasn't
Apparently
there.
that
but
dude
I
can hear a
watched it.
song one time, listen to it one time, and then he can play it.
Really?
Yes.
And he did that the other night.
Well, yeah, Kevin just surprised, and he said, can you play because Mary Tyler Moore died, and she had died that day, and he did no prep with him. He just said, can you play the Mary Tyler Moore song? He said, well, let me think about it. Remember how it goes. And he played it.
No kidding.
Amazing.
All right, Live with Walls and Weller. Go watch that now. They can watch that one now.
They can watch that one
not
now.
till after 10 o'clock.
10:01, go watch it.
10:01. Okay.
Right.
Now,
yes.
Are we still allowing people to be on the show?
We are allowing people to be on the show, and we're looking for interesting people.
Yeah, interesting people. Whether you own a business or have a hobby or a craft or can do something special, or what's that where they can like bend their joints backwards and all that?
It's called a talent.
A talent.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, if you have anything like that, we're allowing people a good 15-minute interview.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Or a bad 15-minute interview.
Or a bad 15.
It's going to be an interview either way, though.
Right. Either way. Live with Walls and Weller, Wednesday nights, 7 to 9. Check it out. And what else?
Only available on Facebook Live. So Live with Walls and Weller, find that on Facebook.
Okay. So that's
Radio's
like a
done.
premium thing. Radio's done. What's he saying?
Thanks for listening.
He's rendering. Thank you, Fran. Thank you to the radio audience. We are now going to continue on with the show. So, everybody that's making the switch, notify us. Let us know that you've switched from radio over. Is that okay?
Over to television. Yeah, that would be great. How should they notify us?
Call us.
Just give us a thumbs up into the TV?
We need people to call. What'd you say?
Okay. Give us a thumbs up.
What do you want them to do? Give us a thumbs up in front of the TV or your Facebook screen. Can you see that, Brooks?
Can you see people that are giving us thumbs up on
Facebook? Is there anybody communicating to you that they've switched over? Is he awake over there?
I don't know.
Not yet.
I don't know. He was mumbling a little earlier, so I think he's just coming out of a coma.
You catch me in the middle of doing stuff.
Yeah, I can do that.
Napping.
That chair to the floor, making sure it doesn't get away. All right. So what's happening over there?
Not much.
We noticed.
But he said he was busy. Not much is happening.
Garney Hall says hi.
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 Good morning.
Good morning.
So this is a brand new extra hour of Weller Does
It's
Delmarva.
kind of like when you change your clocks and you get an extra hour of sleep.
Right. We tried to do it.
An extra hour of us.
We tried to do it last week, and it didn't quite work out. So.
No, but that's okay.
Yeah, we tweaked a few things.
We had Kelsey Marr on.
Oh, we are going to have her back.
I hope so.
All right,
she'll have us.
Yeah.
So anyway, oh gosh, you got to see that show. Brooks doing yoga.
We're going to do it again. He's going to do it better this time, though.
Yeah, I'll be more limber. I'll actually warm up ahead of time.
Ooh, I know what you haven't done yet.
What haven't I not done?
Have you got your Zumba things?
Oh, no.
Now he's going to do Zumba.
The little barbell things that they all...
Zumba things.
Oh, okay. All right, so we could do some Zumba with Brooks maybe today.
I don't know about that. See, Zumba, I think there's a little bit more movement involved, and I don't think I move very well. So
Hey,
you got to do some more.
I've got a picture of you leaning on that door and wall trying to get on your feet. You were moving just fine.
Do a little more
I
yoga.
didn't post that one
to loosen up.
thank you.
What?
He's just got to do a little more yoga to get loosened up, so
That's
then he
right.
can move with the Zumba.
Watch last week's show, folks.
I did
Weller
show it to
does
my
that
wife.
one. Did you really? Yeah. Oh, she didn't watch it live. She couldn't take it.
She was rolling. She was laughing so hard watching me do yoga.
So do not be holding any hot liquids when you watch this.
Definitely not.
Brooks did yoga in here with Norman Jones. It was great.
Yeah, it was quite a show.
It was like synchronized them swans. What's that called? Synchronized swimming?
Sure.
All right. Are we ready for Tanja?
We can do
It's
whatever
her
we want.
time. Did you have anything else, Colin?
Wall Service Center is open today, 422-8110, wallservicecenter.com on
until
the
noon.
web. We're open until noon, yeah. So everything from oil changes to replacing an engine or a transmission, we can do that at Wall Service
about
Center.
brakes?
Downtown Milford. Brakes,
Do you always
yes.
need rotors when you change your brakes?
Not always. But if you're one of the people that have gotten 80 or 90,000 miles out of them,
or you hear metal to metal for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dead giveaway.
Then you're most likely going to need them. But I would say because of the length of time that brakes are lasting and because of the way these rotors are designed now, one thing is the material they're made of. It's I don't even know what it's called, but it's when you turn them. Yeah, when you turn them or shave them down,
metal.
The first thing is they're usually not very smooth because of the material they're made of. And then the other thing is that they're pretty much out of specs. Once you turn them down, they're out of specs.
Yeah.
And then And then what happens is they can't get rid of the heat like they used to with the more
Right.
metal. They can't take the heat,
So
so
it
they
causes
warp.
your new brake pads to wear out sooner.
Well, they cause the rotors to warp.
That's
is
right.
the
Then
biggest
you get
thing.
that little pulsation in
You'll
the brake
get that
pedal.
as you're coming to a stop. You'll
Yep.
feel it.
You're like, where'd that come
grabbing.
from?
Right.
Thinking
And
on the
that's
same kind of bumpy road all the time.
right, and that's what happens. And for the most part, we do recommend rotor replacement with it, but not always.
But what I'm finding with you guys is you're saying, look, we are experienced. It isn't our first day on the job.
Right.
In other words, you've got mechanics that know what they're doing.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
some places, they turn a lot of help. They're not owned by anybody other than some big company, some
Right.
faceless organization. You're basically saying, look, you're locally owned, locally
Mm-hmm.
operated. You're there. Now Colin II is there. Family owned, family operated, experience. You know your products that you sell. You're not looking to sell the cheapest stuff on the market.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You're looking to give service that's priceless.
Yeah, and we do a lot of training too, and you can see the guys have certificates up. We have them up in the office, and we usually just keep kind of the latest ones in there. And we've got some more training coming up, and we try to get to every single one that we can because it's very important. Things change fast in the auto repair industry. So
Yep. Training is key. Training is key. Now, what did that sign say?
I said time is up.
Time is
I thought
up.
it said what is up.
What's up, Doc?
Wall
All right.
Service Center, 422-8110, 220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford, right across from Abbott's Grill, next to Bicentennial Park. And check out downtown Milford while you're there.
Is Dolce
Still
serving Vanderwood's ice cream?
I believe they are. Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
checked it
That's
out,
all I
but I
remember.
need to. But they have good coffee there and lots of
Okay.
good shops in downtown Milford, and the Riverwalk is great. And bring your dog. There's a dog park.
Is there really?
Yeah, big dogs or small dogs. There's two separate areas
kidding.
for them. Yeah.
All right, I've seen
Yep.
it. It's right
Goat-
next to Goat Island.
Goat Island, that's right.
Bring your goat.
Yeah.
All right.
Get your goat, one or the other.
Now, let's talk to Tanja. As soon as I mentioned that ice cream, I was thinking, I bet that's not going to help my metabolism. All right, Tanja, tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you know. You'll have to pull that just a little closer.
All right.
It works better. if you
So
hold it
I'm
just like
Tanja
this.
Payton, and
Okay.
I live in Milford with my husband and my son and my granddaughters.
Oh, yeah.
And I talk to
They're
people
cutie
about.
pies.
She just turned 1 yesterday.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, there you go. 1 year
So,
old.
Yes.
Isn't that
So
kinda cool?
it is very cool. I love to talk to people about getting healthy and feeling better. And
Why? What triggered this in you?
really what I found myself.
Okay.
I've always been someone who I felt was pretty healthy. I ate decent, I thought. I was always active, always danced all my
Okay.
life. But as I got older, and then I kind of started to, as my body changed, as I got older and realized that, you know what, I'm not quite feeling like I used to feel.
Right.
And so I got involved with some people through Zumba, and who connected me with a gentleman who's a celebrity nutritionist who developed this whole program about stabilizing your blood sugar, and this is the way that your body's meant to be fed. It's scientific. And when I started to follow that myself and saw results myself, then I'm like, wow, yeah, this
Okay.
works.
You knew it was real.
It is.
Wow.
It is real. So then I just became more passionate about it because I saw my results. And as a fitness instructor, I do get asked a lot as far as, what do I eat? How do I keep my energy up? I have an ache or I have a pain. What should I do? So I thought, what? If I'm going to be given, information, I want to be knowledgeable and making sure I give the correct information.
Okay.
So that's when I got certified with Venice Nutrition.
Okay.
And so I am a certified nutritionist, and I talk with people frequently about how to feel better.
I agree. Well, I want to just mention the phone number because if somebody wants to call, can we answer some questions?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Sure.
so folks, if you're watching, we'd love a phone call. 337-7300, 337-7300. It's right on the screen. And anytime, just call us, interrupt us. We would like, if you have a question for Tanja or about health and nutrition, feel free to call, okay? 337-7300. In fact, you can call now if you want. All right, so tell me about this.
Okay.
I'm doing this 8-week program.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm learning the value of eating 5 times a day or every 3 hours, I
Yes.
guess, is right?
Yes.
Okay. Help everybody else understand that because it's hard to fathom. Do you understand? It's hard to fathom that eating more frequently would help you.
Yes.
But I'm experiencing more consistent energy. In other words, is what I'm experiencing. In other words,
Yeah.
so I actually can accomplish a little more or feel better about what I am accomplishing. So how's that? How come that's working? In
I
other
know.
words,
And it goes kind of against what we've been programmed to think.
Right.
Even myself growing up, it's you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't snack in between because you'll ruin your appetite.
Right.
And make sure that you eat all of your food all the time. And so it's been programmed in us to think that it's 3 times a day and that's it. But scientifically, that is not how your body maintains a balance within, your hormones, and the way to keep your blood sugar stable. And it's all about blood sugar.
Okay.
That's what's
even if
super-
you don't have diabetes.
Exactly. Because
Okay.
if you don't have diabetes, that's awesome. But when people are not eating the way that they should, as far as frequently and a balanced meal, and they're overeating, that's when people develop diabetes. They can get type 2 diabetes. I mean, type 1, it's a whole different story.
Right.
But type 2 diabetes, or being diagnosed as being pre-diabetic.
And aren't people getting diabetes as early as 15 years old now?
Yes. I mean, it's
the number is just getting worse and
childhood
worse and worse.
obesity and being diabetic is crazy. I mean,
Yeah, it's
by the year 2020, they were saying that over 75% of the population will either be overweight or obese.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very sad.
it is sad. It is very sad. And but the good news is that it can be preventable. I mean,
Correct.
if people just start to get knowledge on how it works. It's kind of difficult sometimes because you read in magazines and you are on social media, and it's so confusing because there's so many try this or drink this or take this pill.
Well, you're not really
And-
selling anything.
No,
You're
I
just
just
giving
educate people on how does your body work. So typically what happens is when people are wanting to feel better or lose weight, I mean, it typically comes from wanting to lose weight.
Right.
Usually the first question they ask is, well, how quick? Like, how quick am I going to see results?
Okay.
Or
Like
how
by noon or 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
I
Okay.
need to lose like 10 pounds in 2 weeks, and it's all about how quick it can happen. And that's not how it works.
Right, because you've been a lifetime getting in this position.
Yes. And if you're someone who has dieted frequently in the past and not done it properly, we call those people yo-yo dieters because they lose the weight and they gain it back. They lose the weight, they gain it back because there's no foundation as far as how you should do it properly. Everyone
Okay.
wants like instant gratification.
Right.
It's like, I want it now, how soon am I going to see
Right,
results?
Just fix me.
Yes, and people need to realize that it's a journey,
Right.
and you need to learn how to do things properly and how the body is meant to be fed. And you make a great point because you're going through it, is it's meant to be fed every 3 hours. Think of a baby, okay? How often does a baby typically eat?
Right, a lot.
About every 2 to 3 hours. Our bodies don't change from the time we're born to as we get older. Our body is still scientifically the same. So why do we get away from that? And it's just because we've been either, programmed in our mind that breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
Right.
3 days,
And we've
3
built
times
our
a day.
lives around that.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
for myself, see, I used to never eat breakfast. So I would
A
get
lot
up
of people don't.
5 o'clock in the morning, about noon, 11:30. I'm eating a good, healthy lunch.
Yes.
And then I would eat a good, healthy dinner.
Healthy
And then
meaning.
about 11 o'clock
Healthy
at night.
meaning what?
I'm eating some more. Large. Yeah, large.
Yes.
But what I'm finding now is I get up and I eat stuff. And what are them 3 things? Let me say them and see if I got it. 1 is protein, 1 is carbohydrates, and 1 is fat.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So in other words, it's like eggs now. Denise is hard boiling the eggs and taking the yolks out in the woods to give to the fox. Okay, so I just get the white stuff. In other words,
Well, you did for the first week.
right.
You
Right.
can have the yolk now.
Oh, I can?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. She's holding out on me, and the fox is just so happy. He's just sitting there. Her and my granddaughter will go back there with this whole little bag of yolks.
my.
And she'll say,
Really?
yeah, we fed the fox today. Like, they don't see the fox, but they leave it in the woods, and the next day the fox has had
Aw.
those. So his cholesterol is probably through the roof. So anyway, we're trying to make everything work for everybody. So
That's awesome.
But Denise will send over, what is it? It'll be like an orange and some sunflower seeds and a little thing of the whites of the eggs. In other
She's
words, and
doing
that'll be a
very
snack.
well.
Oh, she's working hard on it.
Hey.
Now, for her, she's not really looking to lose any weight or anything, but she has really experienced some benefits of it. Because I used to eat out absolutely lunch 7 days a week, absolute, and sometimes dinner 3 to 5 times a week.
Okay.
So my credit card bill looks totally different now. In other words, and my daughter notices that. In other words,
Okay.
and now I have the guilt. If I eat poorly, I really don't even want to put it on my credit card because Jenny pays all our bills, and so she sees the credit card, But Denise is doing real good with this, and it's also helped her, though, balance things out.
Yes.
But what I am finding is I have a little more energy in the morning because it used to be, if I got up at 5 o'clock, by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I would just be a little sluggish, in other
Yes.
words, where now I'm getting up, I have something then I have something about 3 hours. I got these protein bars that I'm eating, drinking tons of
You're
water.
doing so well.
So I'm doing okay. In other words, nothing
Cool.
to make a movie about, but we can make an infomercial anyway. But it's going good. It's going good. And I'm eating
Yeah.
stuff that I never thought I would eat in my life. I don't want to know what's in it. I just fix it and lay it down.
Yes.
Let's not talk about it long.
Cool.
I'll tell you another thing I'm experiencing.
Okay.
I don't spend much time at the table. I'm up and going, in other
Okay.
words, because I don't really enjoy eating it, but I'm
Okay.
eating it.
Okay.
And so that's what I'm experiencing. And I've lost some weight.
1%,
What's that
right?
mean?
1% at a time. Just
Yeah.
just knowing that it doesn't have to be all or nothing.
That's
it can be
true.
1% at a time that you're just making little changes.
I want to do it all. I want to be done with this. I want to just change the way I eat permanently. I went
But
to the
this is
movies.
lifestyle. Like
I
you-
couldn't even eat the popcorn. It tasted weird. In other
Isn't
words,
that something?
Yes. And normally I get the thing and want to refill it and stuff like that. And it was either too salty or it had a.
Your
it
taste
just-
buds are changing.
Yeah. I'm really surprised. So I went to the
That's awesome to
inauguration
hear.
and got caught with a banana.
Just a banana?
Well, yeah, when I emptied all my pockets, everything else was good except the banana.
Oh, okay.
They wouldn't let me take it in, so I had to eat it right on the spot. So, anyway,
goodness,
but
that's
I'm
funny.
having fun with it. So what I'm saying is it's doable.
It's doable, and it's important to have fun. I mean, it shouldn't be dreadful or stressful or your
fearful.
Fearful, and your food shouldn't be boring. Like, because who's going to stick with something that's boring?
I am. I can do it.
Well,
I
can
drink
eat
enough
just-
water. I can eat anything.
I can eat a lot. I'm very simple too, so I can eat like the same stuff over and over. But some people are not like that, and so but eating healthy
But
absolutely.
Denise
does
got
not have
some
to
book.
be.
I forgot the name of it. Do you know the name of it or no? I don't.
Is
know.
it Why Kids Make
I'm
You
not
Fat?
sure.
Is that
I'm
the
not
one she
sure.
got?
I don't remember, but boy, she's reading it.
Good.
And a lot of things. So I'm very fortunate. She is very into it. She's more interested in keeping me healthy.
Well, you know what? Support is important.
It is important.
Yep.
It is important. So, and Brooks will tell you, I don't go out to lunch with him very much anymore. I don't go out to lunch with Colin anymore. So
I miss those meetings.
But you know
I'm
what?
sure.
It's not that you can't. So I don't want
I'd
people to
rather
think
not.
that, well, it's a good point. When you're learning something new, it is probably best that you don't. But there is a way to eat out and still stay on plan, is what we call it.
Okay.
Still eating a balanced meal, just learning how to look at a menu and order.
But there's 3 things. You
Yes.
have to have it every time you eat.
Yes. Yes. You
Because
are learning so much.
Because that's what triggers your metabolism.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So just because you say, okay, well, I'm just going to eat oatmeal. You can't just eat oatmeal.
Great point. Yeah. So let's explain what that means. So
Okay.
every time you eat, you do want to eat a protein, a fat, and a carb. That's what's going to stabilize your blood sugar. That's what's going to keep your releasing.
Oh, my blood sugar has been down tremendously. Like normally, because I have to check it a lot, Normally, I've not seen any numbers under 100, but I'm seeing like 98, 99, 97, which I've never seen before. And then
Excellent.
in the morning, it used to be like 137 or 145 or
blood
something like
sugar's
that.
down.
Now it's like 117, 112. So it's totally different. So I guess it all does go hand in hand.
That's awesome. It is.
And I'll tell you one more thing.
Yes.
My shoes are looser. My feet, I'm swearing,
You know
are getting
what?
smaller.
Okay, there is a reason for that.
I know, it's fluid.
It's fluid and it's inflammation. People that they don't realize how food and the types of food you eat creates inflammation in the body. So,
Really?
yeah, and you're losing inches. I mean, the scale may not move, and that's a whole nother subject because people are so
And I agree
attached to
with
the
that.
scale. But you're losing inches.
I am.
You're gaining muscle, so the scale may not move because you're putting muscle on, but your clothes feel better.
I agree. I agree with
I
all
agree
that,
too.
but I had to buy new shoes. I'm like, wow, are my feet getting smaller? In other words, I didn't understand that, but they're getting narrower is what it is.
Okay.
So,
well,
I
that's
didn't
the
plan
first
on
for
that.
shoes.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't
well,
heard
maybe
about the
my shoes were
shoes.
just wore out. But when I look at pictures of what I look like, gee whiz, a year ago, my face was much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you another thing, I don't even use my sleep apnea machine now.
Really?
Yes. And I'm not snoring or anything, and it's because I guess your throat, when you lose weight here and stuff,
Sure.
I guess. I'm just saying for me. I'm not saying for everybody. I'm just saying for me, I must have been horrible shape, I guess is what I'm
But you
saying.
know what?
So,
But it's like you never too late.
never too late.
Now
That's
you
right.
feel better.
Correct. Right.
Sounds
you
good
get
to
enough
me.
heart surgeries and you'll finally cave in.
Sometimes it takes something drastic like that before people start to say, huh.
Right. I agree. I didn't mean to say all that stuff, but
But it's
in other words,
good
I'm
stuff.
a very personal,
because
private
you're
guy.
experiencing
So.
it. So who can deny that it works
Correct.
because you are going through it?
Right. And so Denise is happier because she did not like to go out to eat at all. She
Oh,
would
really?
go, oh, yeah, we would go out to eat. And the first thing she would do is cut it in half and ask for a takeout thing.
Well, that's
the
because
quicker
that
she got
is
that
what
half in a
happens.
takeout
Yep.
container, the less chances she was that she was going to eat it. In other words, so she's very disciplined. So anyway, it's important. It's important.
very
So,
important.
you're either going to take time now to get healthy or you're going to take time to go to doctor's appointments. That's a fact. So,
That is
anyway, so what do you do on Facebook? What is that? Do you do a regular show every week or is
So-
it just, is it a certain time or a certain thing or?
Yeah, mainly what I try to do is do a video, live video, at least once a week, just to, just share information with people.
Okay.
But then what I do is if someone says, you know what, I do need some help, I do want to learn, I do want to get educated. So then what I do, like right now, I've got a group of people going through an 8-week program.
Right.
And so I have a private Facebook group with them that I'm on every day, posting videos, talking, sharing information. I'm checking meal plans.
And other people are sharing things I noticed, like
Yeah.
what they're eating and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. So, so I talk to people, and then if they want to get more involved, then we start a new group.
They're telling me we can take a break. Let's take a break for just a minute. Okay, after this. We're going to play a commercial after this. All right, if anybody has a quick question for Tanja, I really hijacked a lot of your time, but I just want to say, if you want to call and ask her anything, or if you have any inputs, 337-7300, 337-7300. I'm in your 8-week program, and I'll tell you, I started with that cleanse thing.
Yes.
I lost 12 pounds in 1 week. Now, some of that did come back, okay? But, man, it feels different.
Yes.
I just feel different. But when your shoes feel different and your belt feels different and everything feels different, I've had to buy a new jacket. I went from a 2X, now I'm down to an extra large. I'm just kind of amazed. That's all.
That
I'm just
is.
kind of amazed, in other words. Now, part of that, I did lose a lot when I had the heart surgery, too. But I was at 248, and now I'm about 212, 214. I would like to get down to 195 pounds.
Okay.
But I don't want to look like I'm dying of something. In other words, I don't want to look like I'm sick, but I would really like to, because my goal is to get to where I can buy husky pants. I have a short inseam. I have a 27 inseam. And I hate buying a pair of pants for $16 and paying $9 to have them shortened. So my goal is
Okay.
to be able to buy Huskies, which is just kids' pants.
Okay.
But if I can get down to a 38 or a 37 waist, they come in a 27 inseam. And then I don't have to pay to have them shortened.
Hey.
So $16, $18 for Hager's at the Hager outlet. Yeah. Yeah, $16. These pants right here, $16.20, I think. But anyway, well, you go down there, and they're normally like $55 or $60, and then they're 60 or 70% off. And then if you have an AARP card or a AAA card, you can go in the office and get the coupon book for free. And then the coupon book gives you another 20% off if you spend $100 or more. So a $55 pair of pants can be $16 and change at Hager, okay? But then I got to pay Denise $9 to shorten them. So no, that's what it would cost if you paid somebody. So
Yes.
Denise said she would do it for $8.
Oh.
Tanja, I am sorry that I took over this whole conversation.
No, but you know
So-
what? What you were saying that you've experienced, that's awesome.
Okay, well, I have experienced it, and I appreciate you, just kind of guiding us and being there for us, and you weren't real pushy or demanding or anything, and not selling anything, just giving of what God's given you some gifts,
Yes,
to
yes.
learn. So, say somebody wanted to learn more about Tanja or what you have to offer or contact you. What would they do? We didn't get any callers, so.
They can contact me through email at getfitwithtanja@gmail.com.
That's a good one.
getfitwithtanja@gmail, and then they can connect with me on Facebook just under Tanja Payton. They can
Okay.
follow me there. That's where I talk a lot about nutrition. It's a part of my life,
Right.
so that's a lot of my posts are
I can see
about
that.
exercise and fitness and nutrition.
All right. Well, what else do we need to know?
Just I would just say if you're out there and you just want to feel better, like Jim
Everybody gets to that point.
wanted to.
It's a matter of just doing it.
Yes.
It's a lot
Yes.
easier than people think.
And it can be scary. I mean, the unknown is always a little
Correct.
scary, but I just talk to you and I just listen and give direction, and I'm there to coach you through it. And so,
Well, thank you. Is
Thank
there anything
you.
else you wanted to say?
I mean, I have a giveaway. I'm not quite sure how you wanted to do that, but I brought a giveaway. But
Let's save it for another time. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I didn't get anybody to call, so
Okay.
let's save that for another time. I got another idea. Is that all right?
That sounds fine.
All right. Well, then thank you, Tanja,
Thank
very
you
much.
very
And
much.
Thank
I
you for your
appreciate it.
help and your friendship, and tell Tom I said hi. How is Tom?
Good, busy.
Is he hunting?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So Tom Payton likes to hunt. What has he hunted lately?
Deer.
Deer. Okay. And you like deer meat?
I do. It's the best lean. I started to say beef, and he would get on me. It's venison,
Okay.
but it's very lean and healthy.
I haven't got that far, but I will tell you, I ate a turkey. I ate some turkey meat. Turkey burger. Yeah. No,
Turkey's
turkey
good.
turkey
Yes.
burger.
Yeah.
Denise is like, you can have a turkey burger. I'm getting all excited. I'm thinking it's going to have ketchup and mustard and a roll, and it's ground up turkey meat on a plate. I'm like, holy mackerel, where's the roll? I didn't get, like
But
I was
we
thinking
fix
I was
that.
really doing good, not eating the beef.
Yes.
But there wasn't any roll. There wasn't any ketchup. It must have sugar in it. It was just amazing. So
Throw in some peppers and mushrooms, and
I haven't got that far. But with enough water, I was able to eat it. Okay. I can go through 2 or 3 16-ounce bottles of water in a meal.
water, and that's very important too.
I'm washing it down.
That's right. Flush it out.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Tanja.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was Tanja Payton, and she will help you out if you want any help. And she's not pushing anything, no agenda, other than helping you take charge of your life and realize you can be healthier than what you are. All right. Can we play a commercial? Who is this one going to be?
It'll be Brandon. He's going to be talking about
Brandon.
the shed.
Oh, okay. This is one of our newly produced commercials, folks. So check it out. This is Brandon Ritter. Here we go.
Hey everybody, it's Brandon here at Weller's Utility Trailers in Bridgeville, Delaware, and I just wanted to highlight a shed that we have for sale here. It's an 8x14 Quaker. You can see it just behind me here. I want to show some options that we decided to do on this shed to kind of dress it up a little bit. Now you can do these options with any shed here, not just this Quaker. If you want to custom build one, we can do that for you as well. This one here, we put a vinyl siding. It's clay in color. Nice earth tone to kind of make it look a little classy. We added 2 windows to the left and right of the door. Those are 18 by 27 windows, and they actually do operate just like a window. If you go inside, there's 2 little spring latches. You can lift it up and open it up and air out the shed if you need to do that. There are screens there, so you don't have to worry about pests or bugs getting in when the windows are open. We also put on the front of the windows these vinyl window boxes. So if you want to put some flowers or maybe like a little bird feeder hanging off the edge of it or something like that, you can do that as well. Now, you also notice across the bottom front of the shed is what looks like stone. Now that is a vinyl stone front. It is cost effective, not as much as the actual real stone, but you get that stone look. So we put a vinyl stone across the front, again, to dress it up, not your average shed look. As you can see here, we have the doors that we painted them green to match the shutters. That is an upgraded door to the panel style, and then we added some transom windows to again give that classy look. If you can see the top of the shed, they are all made with architectural shingles. Those are 30-year architectural shingles. They're built to last with the weather. So we're going to go inside here and just kind of show you the framing of the shed itself. I want to start off by showing here at the bottom, as you open up the door, you'll see a diamond plate threshold. We put that there to help protect the edge of the plywood. Most sheds nowadays are used to store mowers, ride mowers, things like that, and generally the blades or whatever will get caught on the edge of the plywood, and that'll chip up your plywood and increase the rotting of the wood or the deterioration of the wood. So we put that aluminum tread plate across the front there to help protect that as well. If we come inside here, you'll see the walls. They're built with 16-inch on-center 2x4 framing, just like a house, built heavy-duty, good quality Amish craftsmanship here. These sheds come from Lancaster, PA. I know the owners personally. I've been up to their plant several times, and they really put the passion behind the work, and you can see it in all of our displays here at Weller's, not just this one here. Great sheds for sale here at Weller's. Now this particular shed typically goes for about $2,900 to $3,000. Any shed you see in stock here at Weller's, we're going to throw on a 5% discount from the normal selling price. So for this shed particularly, that's about $150, $200 off. Now, we went and then reduced it again for you. So we're going to sell you this particular shed, 8x14 Quaker, just like you see it here, which normally sells for about $2,900. We're going to sell it for $2,599. It's a great deal, great quality shed, and we can get it to you. Come talk to any one of the salesmen here today. Talk about free local delivery. Give us a call. We'll get you set up. We'll talk to you about all the options that are available. Free local delivery. It's just a good deal all the way around. You can also see this shed at wellers.com. You can see it here on display right here on the highway in Bridgeville. Or you can give us a call if you have any questions in regards to the sheds. 337-8228. We look forward to doing business with you.
All right.
Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that commercial. That was Brandon Ritter, Brooks' little brother, and both Brooks and Brandon work here. And whoever you get at Weller's, there's Earl, there's Brooks, there's Brandon, there's Jason, there's Terry. They'll all do a good job for you. So anyway, I'm going to talk about Colin Walls again, Walls Service Center. They're open now. And what do you got for us, Colin?
Well, I think I would like for somebody to call and wake Tracy up. She might be at the desk sleeping, so give her a call. Make
Don't
sure
say
she's
all that.
awake.
Just call her and say good morning, Tracy.
Tell her I wanted you to call to make sure she was awake.
Oh my gosh! Okay, that'll set the tone for the day. She got there. She must.
She's there. Yeah, she's there for sure, and she's actually had the show on in there, and she probably heard all that.
Probably just
so
heard
I might
all
have
that.
woken her up.
It wasn't my
by saying
idea.
that.
It was all Colin's. Anyway, well, she had to be awake. She drove there.
Well, yeah,
she was awake. She got to work and then fell asleep?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
She wouldn't do that.
I hope not.
No.
Okay,
422-8110-422-8110, you say.
8110. All right.
I say
just give a call and say, good morning, Tracy. How are you doing today?
Right.
And I'd like to come in. My muffler bearings are squeaking, and I want to know, can you fix it?
Right.
Is that right?
Yes.
Or my serpentine belt.
Jim loves them serpentine belts.
Yes.
That's all you want to talk about is serpentine belts.
Yeah. So
why do they get to squeaking? Do you know?
I think because of age and wear and
sometimes
heat and fatigue.
Yep. And
or
you look,
things come loose.
You can look at them kind of just take a glance in and you say, oh, it's still there, so it must be all right.
Right.
But if you get to looking, you can see real fine cracks in it. And usually it's on the side where the ribs are.
Just from heat.
Well, just from heat and age. A lot of times from age. Now, here's something else you might not know.
Okay.
A GM belt, like on the General Motors,
right,
they were designed to last 100,000 miles.
Ooh. It's a long time, isn't it?
Yes, and those belts, they do last that and actually beyond. Now, they'll start to get cracked, and we'll notice them, and we'll recommend a customer replace them.
So you're talking to the mic.
But do you know what we replace them? Do you know what we replace them with? Every time we can, we replace them with an original equipment Bando belt. Bando is who made the original belt for that GM vehicle that lasted 100,000 miles.
Right.
We try to put the same exact belt back on it, same manufacturer, same type of belt.
But that's just experience.
It is.
That's just where your guys are saying, look, we might have used the wrong thing at some point to learn to use the right thing. But what you're saying is everything out there for sale, there's always something cheaper.
Right. Well,
you have to decide, from experience, what's worth using.
Right. And this is where we get the best value for our customer.
Right, because
it might not be the cheapest price the day you pay for it, but the value of that
because
product.
It's not to the customer, it may be the first and only serpentine belt they've ever bought.
Right. If you got 100,000 miles out of it,
you might have bought thousands of them, and you just know what's the best thing to do. So if a person's like a do-it-yourselfer and they go in a parts store and they buy their own parts, they're human. They're going to migrate to what's cheapest.
Right. Yeah, well, if they say, and they don't explain any difference to you, usually, well, we got one for $89, we got one for $69, and we got one for $29. Which one do you want?
Right. $29 one.
Right.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, so there's a huge difference in the quality and going back with the original equipment and the
and that just comes
or
from
better
experience.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing with spark plugs too. So we can get into that a little bit later.
And spark plug wires.
Spark plug wires. Right. Yeah.
Everything.
Yep.
Okay. One more thing, though. Don't you have like an incredibly good warranty when you work on something?
Well, the minimum warranty you're going to get at Wall Service Center is a 15-month, 15,000-mile warranty.
Really?
On all, so that's all repairs unless you supply your own parts. We don't encourage that just because of the warranty. Some people do. Some people may have a part laying around. We don't really like to do that. We kind of discourage it because of the warranty issue with it because we can't warranty somebody else's parts.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, 422-8110.
422-8110. Wall Service
call
Center.
And say good morning.
Yeah, say good morning to Tracy.
Okay.
220 Northeast Front Street, downtown Milford, and just stop by and say hi. Hey, saw you on TV. Hey, heard you on the radio.
All right.
Or vice versa. Heard you on TV and saw you on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have a face for radio, they say.
That's right.
All right. The guy with the
TV.
hat. The guy with the hat.
Yeah, the guy with the hat's mic's not on.
All right.
It was on the whole time.
You sure? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Brooks. Pastor Bob, come on over if you would. Folks, we are looking for a phone call or two. So if you are watching and you know Pastor Bob or have been to Eagle's Nest or go to Eagle's Nest and you want to brag on him a little bit, we'll allow that. Or if you have some type of a question about life or religion or theology or the Bible or what would God do? What's that? What it used to be? WWJD.
Yeah.
What would Jesus do?
Yeah.
I misinterpreted that.
I'm sure.
Yeah. What would Jim do?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, Eagles Nest Church got church tonight. Church service 6:30. And aren't you getting ready to do a series called something like Do Good?
We're in a series right now called Do Good.
Right.
And that is kind of like the overarching theme of our church is to just do good.
Not just at church.
Not just at church, everywhere. Do good to people. It's amazing what happens when somebody comes into a situation and they just start doing good. It gets contagious.
Right.
And that's what if we're gonna impact our country and turn our country around, just do good. At work, treat people nice on the road, on the highway, instead of, getting mad at people. They're going to cut you off. Do good.
Right.
Go into the slow lane. Let them pass you.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Let them
just
have at it.
practical do good. That's kind of overarching thing that we've been talking about in our current series. I'm getting ready to do a series in February called Labels. Labels that we get labeled. People will label you. When people are politically, people label people, and it's usually not a good thing. But we get labeled our whole lives. Kids get labeled, and then if we're not careful, we can spend our time trying to undo a label And
it wasn't even accurate in the first
It's not
place.
accurate, or it has enough accuracy that it makes us think it's true, but it's not really true. And it can define us. And then we'd spend our time either fulfilling that label or trying not to fulfill that label. So we're going to talk about biblically some people that
Have you ever
were
been labeled?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I've been labeled quite a bit.
Well, give us some examples.
Brad Pitt.
Okay, not labels that you put on yourself.
No, that's a different subject.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Cheap. You know,
What's the other word for that?
I like frugal.
Frugal.
You
right.
know,
Economy-minded.
economy-minded. But other labels that people call you stupid. I've been called stupid.
Have you really?
Oh yeah, called stupid. Average. If you're
Okay.
average, manager. In leadership circles,
Never threw the word micro in there?
micromanager. Now, I don't struggle with that, so I never get called
Okay.
that. Abdicator, maybe, because sometimes
Okay.
I let go of things too quick. But in the leadership realm, if a leader says, certain leaders say, I should say, that this person's a manager, that's usually not a good title.
Why?
Because they see leadership as the premier gift, and then management as not as important. And really, leadership and management are similar. They're like it's like a coin. To be a good leader, you have to be a good manager.
Well, true.
And so, but those labels actually dismiss people.
Okay.
And so labels. We're going to talk about how labels impact us, and really being careful. One of the applications is we should be careful how we label people.
That's true.
Because it can hurt people. I mean, and there's people that as a pastor, people come into me and they share all kinds of stories, their history with me. And it's amazing. Every person is carrying around. Like Tan just said earlier, we've been trained, we've been programmed to eat certain ways. There's a culture. Well, there's also a culture emotionally, in the way kids were raised. When I was raised, the generation before us, parents were not as involved emotionally. It was more, dads worked, they provided, they weren't necessarily as affirming. And so that has changed for the positive over the years, but that affects people. And they carry around these labels: I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm thin,
short.
Short. Remember the song "Short People Have No Reason to Live"? I mean, that really
I don't.
that
Can
made
you sing
people
it for
feel
us?
good. You don't remember that song?
I was doing good up to that point. No,
it was a big. I forget the guy who sang it, but yeah, you see,
Brooks, look that up. Let's play that song.
but it's true. I'm not
Short
stretching.
people have no reason to live.
Yes,
Is that what it said?
That's when I was in like ninth
'Cause
grade.
they're closer
man.
to the grave because they're short.
I guess. I don't know. But it was a funny song, but it was funny, but yet, if you're struggling with that, I was in like ninth grade. I was so glad I grew like 4 inches that year,
Why? Were you short?
I was average size until about 9th, 10th grade, and then I shot up, grew a lot that year.
So what's it like being a pastor? How much fun is that?
Well, if you're called to be a pastor, it's a wonderful thing. It's like being a
Okay.
salesman. It's like being a doctor, like being a carpenter, whatever you're meant to do. That's what I try to encourage people is I think everybody's got something God put into them that makes them unique and special. Find that thing, and you'll never work a day in your life.
Correct. Right.
Find what you were designed to do. Young people come and ask, what do I do with my life? So what is it you're good at? What do you like to do? And you pull that stuff together. And because working a job is one thing, living a life is another. And the pastoring is living a life.
Okay.
So I love what I do.
Did you find the song?
I did.
All right.
I
Can you
gotta
play it
figure
for
out
us?
a way to play it.
Oh, never mind then. That's all
So
right.
at least he knows that Pastor Bob was not making that up.
I've never heard this
Yeah.
song. That's
You've
all.
never
Maybe I'll
heard
get
that
it
song?
for Christmas or something.
Yeah. First of all,
maybe after I hear it,
I just want to go on record on TV here that I don't agree with the song.
Oh, okay. Is it a song we shouldn't play?
Well,
Never
I'm just
mind.
saying.
Forget the whole idea of playing it. Never mind. All right. This is Colin Walls has a question. Blue.
So
Would you rather go outside and call us?
You're talking about what find what your calling is, or what. So what do you think about working on your weaknesses instead of I believe instead of working on your weaknesses, do what you're good at, and just do what you're good at.
I agree with you 90% on that. I would say this. I'd say you find what you do. If you find something you love to do, you'll get better at it.
Right.
Because you'll spend time on it. I encourage people to focus on their strengths. However, some weaknesses do need to be addressed. Like if you're really good at making money, but you're even worse at spending money, You can
really good at spending money.
are really, really good at spending money. There you go. You can cause problems even though you have an ability. You can undo your other ability. So, but as far as you don't want to focus on getting your weaknesses to be a strength. There's some things that each of us are just not going to be good at.
Because a lot of weaknesses will never be a strength.
They never be a
might
strength.
Just be mediocre. When you could have put that energy and effort into working on your strengths and making them even stronger.
Yes.
So in business, I kind of think about this, and Jim probably is the same way. You know what you're good at and what you really are good doing.
I think.
You don't try to work on your iPad. Why?
Because I don't know how, but I know how to find who does know how.
Exactly. So you
Right.
find somebody that does it right. So you hire somebody or bring somebody.
But I have come a long way. I can turn it on and turn it off.
It's all.
I might
it's
not
all
be able
according
to
to the
copy
scale.
and paste.
It's all according to the scale you're measuring by.
That's right. And short people. What was it? Die younger?
No, no.
No reason to live.
My wife's going to say, "Why did you bring that up?" I can see this now.
What?
I can use that microphone and play it out of here.
Play this song. I got to hear it. Do you mind?
No, that's all right.
All right.
I take no responsibility for this stuff. This is Jim's
Ho,
show.
ho, ho. Are we allowed to? Isn't there like copyright laws or something? All right, play a clip. All right, play it again. I didn't hear it. We're going to get some serious feedback here.
All right. Keep talking. I'll find.
What was his
All right.
name? Do you remember? I'll know.
Something Wizard. Oh, Randy Newman. Paul Newman's non-relative. Randy Newman. I don't know him. I don't even know what school he went to. All right, so this is a song. What is it again? Little people have nothing to live for?
No, that's nice. It's short people have no reason
See how
to
I
live.
can't even remember what it said? I just keep
I thought it was a
thinking
horrible song, but it was popular at one point.
Really?
Yeah, it really was.
What,
So I
just
go
in
on record,
Delmarva? Was it
I
only
thought it was a
popular in
horrible song.
Delmarva?
Yeah.
Okay. Was only popular
I am in
Delmarva.
trouble with the wife, I can tell you.
All right, forget this idea. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to scrap it, okay? All right, well, thanks for stopping by. Is there anything else I need to know, being a short person? All right, Eagles Nest Church. What is it like over there? In other words, you're the pastor. So many people. Do you think people still really believe a pastor only works an hour a week?
Some probably do.
No kidding.
And if there are pastors that do, God bless them. You know?
Yeah, send
It's a
you
long
some-
hour.
Send you some notes.
It's a long
How
hour.
you do that.
Yeah,
All right,
it lasts
Eagles
from
Nest
Sunday to
Church.
Sunday. Yeah.
Let's describe the church. It's a non-denominational church. Okay, I would call it very welcoming. In other words, whether you've never been to church in your life or whether
Friendly, warm.
yeah, friendly, warm. I think some of the things we get are a lot of greeting or a lot of comments about how people are greeted right from the get-go. Very kid friendly. Very kid friendly. In other words, some churches, maybe are passionate about different things, but what you've done, I feel, is, in other words, you've got people around you that each are passionate about different things, and together you make an awesome team.
Well, it's like Colin says, the reason you have teams is you play on the strengths of others and you cover their weaknesses.
Right, like you got Matt Windsor. He works with,
for our youth.
I don't know what the age would be called, the youth, okay?
Middle school and up.
Right, he can relate to him in a way that I could not relate to.
Yes.
In other words, so he can help them.
Yes.
Better than I could probably help them. Then you got Amy Brown, who's got the little kids or the younger kids, and man, she just loves it, and so she can relate to that.
She can light up a room with those kids. They just love her because it's all she loves them.
Right.
She speaks in their language. We have 3 primary values. The third one is relevance, and what we mean by that is learning to understand the people that you're talking with and communicate in their language. That's really what Jesus did when he came to earth. Jesus came from heaven to earth, and he put on human flesh so that he could relate to us, so that we could relate to him. And that's what we're practicing, that we're very intentional about that. So if we're speaking to if I'm invited to speak to a youth group, I don't speak the way I do on Sunday morning. I'll adjust and try to find out what's going on in their lives and speak their level, because that's what Jesus did, and with the various levels of life. And so, when you have kids, you have certain issues in your life that are relevant. When you get older, like right now, I'm getting older. My kids, we now have empty nest.
Now.
I'm a grandfather, and my parents are getting older. So we're having those issues. So we have different topics at this time that are relevant to us
than you did 10
than
years
we did
ago.
10 years ago. And so we try to meet every age group where they are.
Well, that's good. That's wise.
And so, but we do love kids. They're the present and the future.
Kids, teenagers, young adults, and then us.
And then us. We even love Jimmy.
Yeah, and
I need Dr.
and I'm
I need
short.
Dr. Triglia for Jimmy though.
Right.
You know,
Get the
fix my
kinks
pain
out.
in the neck. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Get this nagging pain.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we're not getting any phone calls today. I'm really surprised. So let's just take a break and let me adjust my thoughts. And we're going to play another. Oh,
Nope,
well, we
there's
got a
a
phone call. Want to take it?
Yeah, let's take it.
Do you want to take it?
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. We have a very elaborate phone system here. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and answer this call. Good morning. You are live on Weller Does Delmarva. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Did you have a question for Pastor Bob, or what's
I
on
had
your mind?
I had a question for him. He was talking about loving people where they are, and I'm just wondering how the church balances loving people where they are, which is not always in keeping with what the Bible says how we should live our life, and so still maintaining the integrity of the Bible and God's commandments, but still loving that person where they are.
That's a great question, but a tough one. But thank you for your call.
I'm gonna hang up and let him talk. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
This is a great question because it's not just it's not just true of churches. It's really true of every relationship. It's called
family
boundaries.
members.
Where are the boundaries? And that's a big issue for people today, is because of our culture and some of the things that are happening in our culture, boundaries are being erased, and when that happens, people get hurt. And so you have the on a bigger level, like as a church, how do you establish boundaries? Loving people, but yet not letting them hurt people. That's the issue.
So how do you do it?
How do you do it? Well, first of all, you have to have values. You have to say people are important. So
all people
are important.
Okay.
And secondly, you have to create an environment of safety. You know, and that's true of individual relationships. Like when people argue, I did a series a year ago called Approach, how you approach people.
Okay.
You know, and then I talked about there's a book out called Crucial Conversations, which is an excellent business book. But the author talks about how when people get defensive, when people get argumentative, it's revealing that the conversation has turned crucial and it's now unsafe. And so in order to have a good conversation, you have to establish safety. Well, that's not just true in a conversation. That's true in your boundaries, in a group, or in an individual relationship. And so you have to maintain safety. So the way that you balance loving people and yet having people that are doing things that are harmful is you have to strive to maintain a level of safety, whether it's physical or emotional. And so that means at times when people are acting out and doing things that are harmful, you have to address those things.
Okay, confront them.
You have to confront them.
But with love.
With love. It's the way you confront them that is critical. Now, that doesn't mean they'll always be happy, because and on an individual basis, they call it boundaries. Like if you want to be treated a certain way or not treated a certain way, you have to communicate that. So you communicate it, and then when that boundary is violated, you have to enforce it. And that's where it really people don't get happy with that. But you're saying, I want to be treated a certain way and valued, but you're offending me, you're angering me, you're hurting me. You communicate that in a healthy, respectful way, and that is how you maintain the balance. So you have to be clear on what you expect. Like at Eagle's Nest, we have 3 primary values.
Okay.
The first is respect. Everyone will be treated valuably.
Okay.
Everybody will be treated as a 10. You're important. Jesus died for you.
That serve, or are you talking about people that go there?
Everybody. The people that serve, the people that are being served.
Okay.
The way, as a leader, I have no right to disrespect you or devalue you. So if I violate that, I have to apologize and make it right.
Okay.
Like during the week, we have employees. I'm not always Mr. Spiritual every day of the week. Sometimes I say things that, I shouldn't say it that way. So if I do that, according to our values, I will apologize. I'll say, when I said that, I spoke out of turn. I didn't say it right. I hurt your feelings. I created an unsafe environment. So I return things back to respect.
Okay.
People have the right to come to me and say, Pastor Bob, when you did X, Y, or Z, or said X, Y, and Z, I was offended or hurt. And then we dialogue it out. And if I'm wrong, I correct it, because our values are everybody's going to be treated with respect. Likewise, when you confront somebody, they need to be treated with respect. There's a difference between aggressiveness and assertiveness. Assertiveness is good. Assertiveness is when you ask for what you want more or less of. Like, don't treat me that way. Don't talk to me that way, please. That's assertiveness. Aggressiveness is being assertive, but it's forgetting that another person is involved. Okay. Like, so when you're having an encounter or a conflict, both parties have to be considered. That is a good thing. But when somebody's trying to get their way at the expense of somebody else, that's aggression. Wow. And so the way you maintain it is by having good values, and when those values are violated, you approach them respectfully, relevantly, and then our third value is responsibility. What am I responsible for? Am I responsible to do something here, or am I not responsible to do something here? And
then taking responsibility.
And taking responsibility, or not taking. There's people in our audience that actually take too much responsibility, and they need to learn not to.
Not to assume something that's not really theirs to assume.
Yes, it's called enablement. You can enable people. And that is not a good thing.
Huh.
So if anybody has,
those are heavy thoughts.
They are, but they're real. We're dealing with these every day, and people are not always aware of what they're dealing with. But if you need help, if you call the church, we'll be glad to set up a time and talk.
What is the church number?
It's 684-3149.
I didn't know if you knew it.
It's 684-3149. He put me on the spot.
I was thinking he had it programmed in his phone. 684-3149, right?
302-4139.
3149.
You get 3149. You're messing with my head. Now let's have an encounter. We'll have an intervention here.
Right. All right. Eaglesnest.ch on, what is it? Eagles Nest. I forgot already.
.ch.
Right. Not ch. Right. Eaglesnest.ch on the web. Yeah. All right. Tonight, 6:30. You going to be there?
I will be there.
Tomorrow morning, 9:30?
9:30.
All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. And thank you, audience, for your phone calls. Yeah, let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to wrap up the show. Another one of our commercials.
Everybody, it's Brooks from Wellers, and I just wanted to show you another trailer that we just got in here. It is a 6x12 enclosed trailer made by Diamond Cargo. You can see here it has a V-nose on the front, as well as the stone guard on the front, which keeps those dings and dents from the stones kicking up off your vehicle nice and hidden. As we walk down the trailer, you'll see it also has a side door with what it's called an RV flush lock door, so it's nice and clean. You don't have to do that, the big push and pull and try to get the door shut. Clean, easy, flush lock. It's also got a deadbolt, so you can make it nice and secure. As we continue to walk down the trailer, you're also going to see it has what's called a semi-screwless exterior. There's not a whole lot of screws in the trailer, and what screws are in the trailer are what's called color match. As we go even further down the trailer, you also see it's got radial tires, and then you'll also see it has what's called sidewall vents. These sidewall vents eliminate the need for a roof vent because they create a cross ventilation as you're driving, so there's less chance of leakage as the trailer gets older. As we continue around the trailer here, you'll see it has a ramp door with a flap. That flap makes it easy for unloading and loading. You don't have to worry about that ledge there. And then as you look inside, you'll see the wall posts are going to be 16 inches on center, so nice and sturdy and secure, as well as it's going to have what's called a thermal-cool ceiling barrier, which keeps it warmer in the summer, warmer in the wintertime and cooler in the summertime. It acts as an insulation. As you can see, I have it in red and many other colors available. Now, this trailer normally sells for $4,400, or it lists for $4,400. We actually have it on sale here at Wellers for $3,499. But we're going to make the pot even sweeter. We're going to throw in, absolutely free, a 4,000-watt electric start Champion generator. That's a $450 value, and it even comes with a remote start. Just push the button. By pushing the other button. Give us a call, 337-8228. Check us out at Wellers.com or come on in and ask for Brooks.
See ya. All right, everybody, that was Mr. Brooks Ritter again. That was a good special. I like that generator. You push the little button, it started right up.
Yep,
yeah, it was
that's
good.
pretty cool.
So that's a free generator.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Are we going to make that end on Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, make them all end on Monday. That way, everybody's got some time. So
wait a minute, you said Tuesday earlier.
You said Tuesday.
I'm sorry, Tuesday. What's the last day of the month?
Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday? Yeah, we'll run everything till the last day of the month. They've got to mention it. We're not bringing these specials up to nobody. You've got to mention it. You've got to bring it up, and so on and so forth.
So even the first one, so basically all the specials we mentioned will be through Tuesday, not Monday.
Right. So if somebody's watching right now and they say, I have no idea what you're talking about, you can call Brooks, 448-302.
Yeah. 448 0049.
49. Okay.
And you'll be able to watch this video here in about 15, 20 minutes and be able to catch all those specials as well.
Okay, but those specials, if they don't bring it up before the purchase is complete, they do not get the specials. We're not going to stand in the showroom and tell you about it.
That's correct.
It's like a conversation starter.
It's a conversation starter.
Right.
Right.
I want the free generator. You just walk in the door and say, how do I get the free generator?
How do I get the free spare tire and wheel? How do I get the free winch?
Will you tell
How
them
do
if
I
they
get the
say
free
that?
kayak?
You talk to Brooks. That's the first step.
Yeah, going the other one was a free spare and a flagpole.
Yeah, you had a lot of great specials today. A lot of great specials.
As the owner, as much as I want to sell something, one of them specials I hope nobody takes advantage of. Okay?
Great deals.
They were great deals, weren't they?
Yep,
Because
come
one
on
of them was a free Briggs & Stratton. I forgot what trailer that was.
What trailer was
I have no idea.
That was the one that.
How long we got left?
That was the 24-foot. That was a Brandon only deal. They had to ask for Brandon.
Oh, that's
the 24-foot diamond cargo.
Right. All right, folks, we're in the last minute or two. We want to thank you for watching Weller Does Delmarva. I don't even know what camera I'm looking at, so that one there. But anyway, thanks a lot. Colin Walls, thanks for all you do. Colin the second, thank you. Brooks Ritter. Fran the man was on with us earlier with the radio. What else do I need to say? Live with Walls and Weller Wednesday night.
Yeah, Wednesday night on Facebook. Facebook is the only place you can see that at. Yeah. So go to your Facebook and just type in live.
Bought the rights.
Yeah, live with Walls and Weller, and we should come up
anywhere else.
And check out this past video we did this past week. It was really good. It was an all music show.
All music.
Kevin Short from Mid South Audio gets all the credit for that. He put it all together, and we just put it on TV or on Facebook.
On Facebook Live. Listen, a couple other things. If you want to be on our Wednesday night show, it's free. We're looking for people to be on. And if you ever have an interest in being on Weller Does Delmarva, you get up with me, and we'll see what we can work out. The phone number to talk about these things is 337-7300, live with Walls and Weller on Facebook. Like the page. And then if you want to talk to me or Colin there, you could just send a message or something like that. And we do that every Wednesday night from 7 to 9. Yeah, last week's show is definitely...
Yeah. And friend us on Facebook, Colin Walls and Jim Weller. Yeah,
Jim Weller.
There's a couple Colin Walls on there. My son included.
There's more than one Jim Weller.
I'll be the one that's just. Delaware. I'll be the one that's just slightly older.
Okay, slightly older. The one with the hat.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both wearing hats.
One with the hat that I can't hear.
All right. Anything else?
That's it. You got about 20 seconds left.
20
Jim.
seconds, everybody. If you're coming to Eagles Nest tomorrow morning, look me up. I'll be there tonight at 6:30. Tomorrow morning at 9:30. I go on the Sunday mornings. Other than that, God bless you. Have a good weekend. Thank you for watching our show. And any input, let me know. I'll see you. Thanks, everybody. Be safe. Be sorry.
Be sorry. Be sorry.
Bye. Bye.